we get comfortable while it loads. That is fine. We will rock you like a hurricane. Whoop, shit. Almost dropped my phone. By almost, I mean I did drop my phone. I just happened to catch it. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. We are sounding Gucci's. As Gucci's as we can get. Alright. Hello and welcome, dear patrons, to the Tables of Tartarus, a chapter of Purgatory Corner. I am your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today we shall be continuing the tale of shifting fates. Come on in, take a seat, and let your imagination run free. How you guys doing today? Hello, hello. Good to see you all. Chat's probably working. Other chat's probably working. There we go. Everything's probably working as best as we can get it. Okay. How you guys doing?
That was the wrong button.
I'm here today with Oliver. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Bill. He's a fancy bird. Eleonora and Averin.
Hello.
Now, if you guys saw our recap that we did yesterday, 2 days ago?
I'm back.
2 days ago. Oh. Welcome, Bill!
2 days ago.
2 days ago. We did a recap. Oh, sorry. I'm getting stuff situated. We did a recap 2 days ago on what has happened during the missing episode, and that was posted over on Tables of Tartarus, as well on the YouTube channel, as well as we did on this Twitch. So if you guys have not seen that yet, I do suggest seeing that at some point. It gives you guys info on what's happened in the last episode that we unfortunately lost. But essentially, you guys are currently inside of Tommy's bar. Bill, I believe you're still at the bar with Averin.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how much we still never really figured out how much alcohol 2 platinum was, or it was like 200, and the guy was like, "Give you a lifetime supply." How
More
many
or
did he
less.
actually hand me?
So he probably gave you like 10 more bottles of beer. I would say
Okay.
just like really cheap booze for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he was essentially just like that. This. If you ever come into my bar and you request some, I'll just give you some. The higher stuff will depend on the price, but this low level booze, you can light this on fire, throw your enemies, it'll create a big area of effect, and you can just get out what you want.
So I currently have 21 out of like 25.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I'm fixing sheet stuff now.
You have the danger quantity.
I am what people would consider a danger to society.
Not wrong.
But yeah, so you're there talking to him. You would also notice with your now 17 passive perception, that he's just flipping a coin. Everyone would also notice this. I like instead of cleaning a cup like most bartenders would, he's just kind of flipping a coin. Where somebody needs a cup, he typically is just cleaning one. But at the moment, he's not doing much aside from watching other patrons and just flipping a coin.
I want to intently watch him flip this coin.
All right, yeah. You intently watch him flip the coin, and he is just flipping the coin.
Look, I am Burb. Shiny object making a loud clang noise every time he flips it. I am distracted thoroughly.
Yeah, what? Fair enough. Ellie, you were talking to Rowena, but after your discussion, she ran off to go talk with Oliver about basically telling him, hey, you need to fake your death because my dad said you need to die. So, can I has horn, please? And so that was talked about kind of in the interim between last episode and this episode's beginning. And I assume, Oliver, that you agreed with it, with the idea as you don't want to die horribly.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So logistics of that we'll figure out. And then inside of Bill's room is where your sweet little, what was his name again? Micah.
Mika?
That was it. Yeah, Mika.
Micah.
Yeah, Micah.
Micah.
Micah is inside of Bill's room sleeping. It appears that he does not like a whole lot of social interaction based on him immediately going into a room the moment y'all walked into this bar. Or he could have just been very tired from beating a tree to death.
All I'm hearing is I have a cuddle buddy tonight.
Oh, God.
Not wrong.
Whew. Hi, Micah. Okay, let me get some sleep.
Look, if you're gonna I'm just saying, if you're gonna sleep in the same bed as Bill, he's a hugger.
That's
Get
cute.
some sleep.
He's an old man in the body and brain space. Well, old man with an old body in the brain space of a child, in a lot of
God.
ways.
I love it.
He likes to hug, and if he finds something cuddly, he will cuddle.
Fair
He's
enough.
not mean. He's just stupid.
Yeah. So, Averin, we rolled a history check for you at some point, and that history check was high enough to tell you do in fact recognize the fact that this man is flipping a coin. You recognize specifically how he's flipping the coin and the consistency of it. As you've probably noticed from in person watching people flip coins, everyone does it a different way. Everyone has different consistency. A lot of people tend to just flip it. Some people flip it with their thumb. Some people tend to pass it between their hands. Some people flip it with their thumb and then completely fail to catch it, and so on. And so it's often a trick of the trade for a lot of people who do a lot of things with cards and with coins, that they'll work on that by absently doing it so it becomes a subconscious routine. And the longer you've been practicing this, the longer you've been doing it, the more consistent you get, and the habit becomes a pattern. And everyone has a different pattern, and you recognize this pattern very intently because the last time you saw someone doing this way, you were in a very dark room, in a very dark area, and talking with the head of the entirety of the drug cartel.
I just kind of like lean forwards towards him slightly. It's like,
Mhm.
do I know you from somewhere?
He's just gonna look at Bill for a second.
What?
Is she about to get whacked?
Alright, he's dumb enough that I don't think he'll mentally process. Yes, you do.
Hmm.
Go back to
How's the
flipping
mission
the
going?
coin.
He goes back to flipping the coin. Like, he looks at Bill for a second, looks at his coin, starts flipping. He's like, yep. He's not going to remember any of this conversation.
I just like glance over to Bill and where I saw Ruina and Ellie go.
Mhm.
Then I just look back and I'm like, it's going all right, I'd say.
Well, then it sounds like we have no problems, do we?
Doesn't seem like it.
Good. And he just goes back to paying attention to his coin, just flipping it over and over again, watching Bill intently as Bill's just watching him flip the coin.
His eyes are following that coin. He is completely entranced by this coin.
He seems to like the coin. Unfortunately, I cannot give you this coin. However, he pulls out another coin that honestly looks really shiny for how unbelievably old it looks, and he just kind of passes it to you. This coin is worth absolutely no currency in any way, shape, or form, but you might like it. It's very shiny.
As long as you keep flipping the coin, I don't care.
You
I
can learn
may
to flip
start
your own
mimic-
coin. He continues to flip it.
I mean, I could flip my own coin. But if you stop flipping your coin, that means I lose a coin that's flipping. Therefore, it'd be a net loss.
I look at can I while Bill is distracted, can I check to see
Mhm.
if he has anything valuable on him?
Jesus Christ. Roll me whichever is higher, perception or investigation.
That'd be perception.
And roll that. Nice. You can see that generally on his person, he does not appear to be carrying much at all. He seems to have several bags of money on his like belt. That seems to be where he's just randomly passing back and forth some money. In the very few times you've noticed that you've seen him actually trade currency. For the most part, he doesn't seem to have much else on him, aside from the coin, which with that 20 perception you can tell it's not gold. That is definitely not a gold coin. It is not at least the gold currency coin. Very, very different. Hi, Melody. You don't know exactly what that coin is, but it is definitely not gold. He is wearing a small hat. It's pretty much like a fedora. Has a white stripe around the middle of it. And near the bar, kind of up a little bit, are two massive gauntlets. But that's about it.
You said you had like bags with like money in it, just regular
Yeah.
old money.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pocket some?
Roll me a sleight of hand. and a stealth with advantage.
And a stealth.
Yes, with advantage.
All right, let's roll that sleight of hand first. Regular.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's
That is
24.
a nice sleight of hand.
Yeah. And stealth with advantage.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah, just
All
14.
right, let me roll his perception. So, your hands are practically unnoticeable. However, you do have to get across the bar. So you start just kind of scampering your way over. Hmm?
This is to Bill, yeah?
If you're trying to steal money from Tommy.
Yeah. Oh, no. I was trying to steal
Oh,
from
you're
Bill,
trying to
but I
steal
can steal
Bill
from
from
Tommy
Bill. I
too.
mean, Bill, what do you have on your person? What was obvious on your person?
Hold on. Maybe or maybe not. Eating a burrito real quick.
You're good. I'm drinking my sweet tea plus lemonade peace tea.
Same. I'm currently eating a burrito too.
Maybe it's burrito
Look,
night.
I have spaghetti next to me, but I'm not eating it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, past the clothing that's on him directly,
Mhm.
everything else tends to stay in his bag. His bag is an enigma. Until you open it, you're not sure what's in that sucker.
The bag is almost as big as he is, but he at the moment has a nice fur hat, some fur boots, and I don't remember if you have a fur cloak.
Yeah, he's wearing everything.
Yeah, he also has a fur-lined coat as well. Holly jolly Christmas.
Please
I'll-
don't steal the bagpipes.
Oh yeah, he has a
No.
bag. Are they in your bag?
I mean, they're probably at the surface of his bag sticking out of the top of it.
You could
I
you
think
could
the
see
bagpipes
small
are
pipes
probably
of his
too big.
bagpipes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to steal from him, then he'll roll a perception against stealth.
I was originally just gonna steal from Bill while Bill was distracted with the coin, but I have no qualms trying to steal from Tommy while I'm at it.
Cool. Well, you attempt to get over the bar, and it does not work.
Bill's too focused on coin. Have fun.
Plus, I
Coin
think
is
it's passive.
absolute.
Oh my god. Dude, good lord.
I mean,
Your passive would normally work if not for the fact that you are fully intent on staring this coin down until the day you die. You have no passive awareness at the moment.
yeah. Plus, Bill doesn't care about money. He cares about his bagpipes.
So I'm gonna say that you kind of like move your way next to Bill a little bit, and you notice that Tommy is intently staring at you now. So that 14 is not going to be enough to get past his perception. But you're more than welcome to steal something from Bill or attempt to.
Do you have any money or shinies?
I mean, I have a platinum. And some silver pieces and copper pieces.
I'll take the platinum.
Go for it, my dude.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Not like Bill cares about money. It's not his bagpipes, it's not his stuff. It's just a shiny coin.
So you just I don't even know, where does it keep the platinum? Is it like on a pouch at his belt or?
You just like reach into his scarf and you just pull out a ton of random objects. The platinum being amongst them. The rest of it's like small wooden things that don't make sense.
Nope,
Like a
not
temp
this,
set
not
card
this,
room.
not this. I'll put that bag. Oh, that's an elephant trunk. Let me shove that back down there. Ah, coin. Yeah, so you do have a platinum now. Bill does not look at you. He is wholly focused on the coin.
He is trying to flip a coin.
Floop.
All right, well, I have that now.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah, cool. Just swoop. So Ellie, during this point in time, Rowena has left your room. What are you doing?
Honestly, I have no idea. I guess I'm going to go check up with Oliver.
Cool.
And I guess try to figure out what to do next. And kind of game plan with him. Because Ellie doesn't do being the leader that well.
Follow the leader, follow the leader, follow the leader. So,
This is her first adventure.
so after
It's been like
probably
not even a month.
after a couple of minutes, probably, you head into Oliver's room. Faye and Rowena have left at this point, probably getting a little bit of more dosage from Oliver to keep Faye sustained for now, while the treatment is under process. Testing, yeah. And so you walk in, it's probably Oliver you're just testing, I guess.
Probably yeah, I guess I would technically need to be waiting longer before I see any real results. So yeah, probably just sitting back, probably going through an old notebook.
Hi, Ollie. How are things?
At the very least, they don't exactly seem to be exuding any signs of crap above game. I am blanking.
The rats seem to be doing
any
better.
mess-ups or whatever? Okay.
I'm just assuming that they are currently not exuding any signs of like a side effect or anything like that from the injections.
They are not so far, no.
Well, that's a plus.
Still gonna need to wait a bit longer to see if it's effective. In the meantime, I've been going back through an old mentor's old notebook he gave me when he was retiring. And I think I finally managed to translate one of his concoctions. I think it would probably actually work fairly well with that
Oh, would you like some help flipping through it? I have some medicine skills, but not proficient in it like you are, likely.
I mean, you're
not
free
a
to
doctor, but I am a doctor of the bar.
You're free to take a look, but it's mostly just concoctions that are basically laid out in puzzles. Essentially, you come to an understanding for one puzzle, and you'll start to get the basic idea for how to solve the next one. And I think I finally managed to translate one that seems like it would actually respond pretty well with the polish I put on your battle pan way back when.
Very nice.
Oh,
to
that's
you,
really
it
cool.
would probably look more or less like gibberish.
I mean, she could probably roll like an intelligence save or something to try and figure it out.
Yeah, let me. You know what? That's a good plan. Roll me an intelligence save. You are a perfectly average human being at intelligence, so.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I don't think this would come with any real penalties on failure.
That's true.
I mean,
Oh.
maybe she crit
My
fails.
forge
It might
is
come with a
having
slight
trouble
headache.
at the moment.
Do you want me
Fair
to roll
enough.
it?
Yeah, can you roll it? It's
Okay.
having trouble at the moment.
Normal. Oh,
Oh,
my
dang!
god. You got a nat 20.
She is understanding the basic. She has understood not only the basics of alchemy, but she could probably read this thing better than Ollie can.
God
ironically.
damn. So you spent many years learning all sorts of ways in life from all sorts of people of all sorts of places. You are very adept with the rules of nature and medicine and generally how to take something from roots and berries and that stuff and just kind of apply it as salves and understand the basics of like alchemy relating to medicine specifically because you were a medicine person at a bar. This book is very difficult to read. It is shockingly difficult to read, but you are actually competent at understanding it. You do figure out even the puzzle that Oliver just said that he was able to process. You understand like maybe half of it. The one that he just deciphered, you're able to process like probably a good half of it. In the future, if you wanted to, because this nat 20, you could take a level in Artificer Alchemist in the future. This has now opened that path up for you. So.
Oh, I'm kind of understanding this. I learned quite a bit from drunk at Grumble's Tavern. He just wouldn't stop talking and showing me his notebooks and such. You learn a lot when you really don't go out much.
Wait, really? Maybe next time we find ourselves in the area, I should go and chat with him about alchemical creations. But there's a lot he'd be able to teach me about this
Yeah. You'd be surprised at the amount of doctors that go to a bar because, stress relief drink. At least that's what they've told me.
I suppose
But
I
they
can
would always
understand
show
that
me
one.
their notes and such and go on and on and on about their latest discovery or the patient they had to deal with or whatever. So, yeah, living vicariously through drunks is quite entertaining.
I'll imagine it is. Anyway, though, that particular section right there, from what I can tell, essentially I can I can create a reaction that might invigorate the polish to make it shine all the brighter. If I can just get the alchemical concoction together with enough air and fire element together.
So that way it can radiate enough energy to combine them?
That's a start. I could probably get it to give off a blinding flash or a bright enough glow to use as the equivalent of a torch on command.
Kind of
As
like
need
the
be.
glowing cube you gave me or the glowing nose I have.
Kind of, but to a far stronger degree.
Interesting.
Be more than happy to try it out, but I'll need to borrow your pan for the evening. If that's all right.
Oh, I trust you. Yeah, that's fine. I doubt you're gonna break it. You'd have to be a god to break it.
Considering that polish made it magical, I do not doubt that.
I think highly of you, Ollie, but not on god level.
You know,
You
fair.
have my respects to wield my pan.
All right,
It's a little funny, you wielding it, so.
Believe me, I can barely wield a dagger with any sort of effectivity. There's no way I'm going to be able to wield this.
I mean, you can give it a try. You can cook up something. I know you wanted to try that one cookbook of yours.
Perhaps at a little later time. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a bloody nose if I neglect this.
Fair enough.
Oops.
I could try helping whenever you need, so.
I appreciate that, and I think I'll probably call on you for assistance if that's all right in the future then.
Yep. Always here to help. It'll get my mind off of this war, of course.
Yeah. Don't Ruin, I said this, but I think I'm starting to understand why the folks down here don't have very high views of the folks up top.
Yeah, it's just making me miss my forest. Yeah, I wanted to be out and about and go on an adventure and everything, but I didn't realize it'd be like this.
Whatever happened to the days when you can just simply talk out your differences?
Right? Just have a drink. Have a fight at a bar, call it good, and then hug it out at the very end of it all. Honestly, I've seen plenty of quarrels and tables and chairs being thrown, and eventually they're sobbing in each other's arms. That's it. It can easily solve everyone's issue. Just give everyone alcohol and call it good. You know?
Yeah. Wish I saw that happen too often, even back home. It happened occasionally, but did not happen very often. But boy, was it beautiful when it did.
As you guys are talking, probably Averin would see this, and probably not the intense Bill, would see a man walk through the doors. He's currently wearing what looks to be what? What?
Nothing, please continue.
Okay. The excitement that she gets. But anyways, so you
It's
see a
just my note.
man.
Take your brain.
For you, Kitty, he would look like one of those old style like noir detectives, like with the wide brimmed hat with like the trench coat and like he looks like a dark and brooding a figure who's having a bad day and wants a long drink. You know that kind of person.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he walks into the bar, kind of gives a half-hearted wave to Tommy, and he proceeds to go to the very far end of the bar, as far from other people as possible in the darkest area. And then he just pulls out a book, throws his feet onto the table, and looks like a man on vacation.
Hmm. Hmm.
I was half expecting him to start questioning the barkeep for something. Just openly
I
says,
am so mad. I am not in the freaking bar right now.
"Oh, I just assumed that we just saw them pass by the open door."
Oh yeah, the door is open. You absolutely would have seen
Oh
him pass
boy.
by, just
Perception
like
check. Where is it?
just like him looking like the most like fucking anime antagonist on the planet. So are you in the forge,
It
dear?
it better be. It's still having trouble on my end.
Oh.
Hold on.
Well, let me roll your
It's trying.
perception then.
Please hold.
It's trying.
The page has run a 404 error after it
16.
succeeded.
So you would absolutely have seen him like just kind of like he's not even going quickly, he's slowly walking by, like his entire presence is like the brooding like evil presence kind of a figure kind of thing, like he's the rogue, the main character of the story that people will notice and walk up to kind of person, and he's just slow walking past the room. You have ever seen him before earlier, and he was wearing this exact same getup, so you 100%
Oh.
recognize as he's walking past.
Yeah.
Do.
About to say, it better be who I think it is and not anyone else possible.
Yeah,
By
no,
golly.
he just kind of walks on past by the door, just like do.
Can I approach him?
You are more than
I wanna
welcome to.
approach
You
him
have
too.
to go a bit of a distance to get to him, though.
Hmm. All right.
Unless
I
you
just
want
like.
to try approach him as he walks in the door, so, or as he walks past them, you know.
Hmm. Whichever.
Because yeah, you basically watched him go all the way to the far side of the bar and then just like put his feet up on the table, just like, oh yeah. He also pulled out a book and seems to be reading it now.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll. Okay, so wait. He's like on the far side of the bar here. Let me
Yep,
see.
he is in the darkest area of the bar, which isn't that dark.
Hmm.
He's just in the air quote dark brooding corner.
I think I'll get up and like wave goodbye to like Bill and some such as I go over there. I'm not sure if Bill will notice me, but yeah.
Notice me, senpai. I assume he's putting away his food at the moment, so he does not notice you. Nah, not in slightest. Too busy focusing on his coin and the other coin.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
you head all the way over to Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Alright,
Now
so
my
you
pic-
also
my
pass by
forge
the
is up.
door.
Now my forge is up.
Nice.
So,
So you also pass by Oliver's door as Ellie sees you just kind of walk past the door as you walk over to his table.
I made a thing. I just want to move.
Don't-
Just
I-
wanna-
I-
I don't know where that came from. I just want to move over to
Okay,
the
click
map.
the person on the top left. It's the weird person icon, and then click your person and drag.
I just want to be able to move the map so I can scroll upwards.
Oh, that's right click.
Oh, okay. All right, I got this.
You can also zoom
I'm a
out
pro
and then
now.
zoom. Well, no, actually, it doesn't work. So yeah, it's right click.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Ezekiel is just kind of sitting there with his book in hand in the dark brewing thing, the darkness making his face impossible to see under his hat and the book.
Hmm. I assume I don't recognize him from anywhere.
No, not incised.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I just like sit down somewhat flamboyantly and it's like, "Greetings, sir. How do you do?"
He's gonna like slowly put down the book, place it down, and then go. I see. One has found me then. What is it now? Assassin, marauder, merchant, weird person with a book interest? I get a couple of those a day.
No. Well, perhaps the last one, but not particularly any of those other ones. Just merely an interested person wondering where a man like you might have come from.
I come from around the area. I'm a man who has many skills. I was a part-time bard, you know, and a part-time alchemist. I also was a part-time bartender, and sometimes a part-time fighter. Once I was I'm kind of learning to be a part-time necromancer at the moment, but keep that on the hush-hush. Some people don't like that too much. Yeah, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, but always better than a master of one.
Hmm.
And who
Fascinating.
might you
I
be,
love
my
that so
effeminate
much.
fellow?
Well, these days people call me Averin. See,
Ah,
merely a bard from around here. Some such.
interesting. I see you're traveling with a birded fellow.
Ah, yes.
I met
Many
him
others
once
as
on the
well.
travels, but I'm surprised he's not with his regular crew.
Hmm. Well, we're currently with a crew
Ellie's
at
about
the
to-
moment.
Ooh.
What's that, Ellie?
I was gonna say it's like Ellie is like ready to roll out and call him out.
You're welcome to
Like,
head over to. I
notes,
love
like,
the
your brain
idea
is
that
so
you're
ready
just
to
at the
ruin
door
everything.
and you're just like staring down the hallway, just like I'm gonna
I
rush
don't want to
over.
interrupt.
Oliver, you're just staring at Ellie, just like peek your head through the door like a mange maniac.
Is something wrong?
I believe Ezekiel just arrived, and he's part of my partial planning.
What's he doing
No,
here, I
Bill
wonder?
is not taking the stairs. As you're like sticking your head out at Oliver, you're just staring here. You just see Bill slowly climbing the railing.
I would imagine I would probably hear it before I see it.
Oh yeah.
I bet the creaking of the wood, but sure, that works too.
You hear both.
I got it.
Why are you
you
suddenly
okay,
so
Bill?
loud?
Look, I'm good at a lot of things. Average physical ability is not one of them.
Okay.
Do you want a hand?
Nah, I got it. By the way, what's with the weirdo in the corner? Only
Well,
edgy
I'll go
people sit
introduce
in.
you.
Only edgy people sit in corners.
He's a
I take full
former.
offense to that, considering my computer's in a corner.
I guess the best way to phrase it is he was a former contractor of ours.
He's
Does he
got.
have money?
Sorry, I missed part of that. Say again.
Does
What?
he have money?
He seemed to at that time.
I believe so.
He's gonna like slowly
It's Ezekiel.
scooch. He's gonna like slowly scooch to the edge of the bench. As you can see, Everin, he's doing his best to make it look like it's a deliberate like slide motion instead of like a scooch motion, so his feet aren't moving from the table. It's honestly kind of impressive, the fact that he's sliding instead of scooching, kind of. You can hear the butt scooch, but it looks like a slide.
He's trying to be hip with the kids, of course.
He looks down the hallway like dramatically, like his book in his one hand and his other hand keep him steady as he like JoJo poses down the side of the bench as he stares at you. Why, hello there, Ellie. I see there. I was wondering where his crew was.
You know each other?
Yes, actually, she's
Ellie's gonna-
joined me on several occasions to hunt gods and goddesses. Well, one occasion, only one, but yeah,
Small world.
I know. Now this clever
Ellie
disguise
is
of mine, he
going
kind of
to
like
start
snaps
walking
his.
up.
He like snaps his fingers and like his disguise changes into his more usual like almost tux kind of outfit with like no hat or anything as he like leans back and he's just like the usual that outfit of mine was wore when I am becoming the main character. The protagonist, shall you say, one who hides in the darkness and gets found by everyone, for I am the man that people find interest and intrigue with.
You sound like a Chinibio.
Just like confused stare. Right, I'm gonna go
Thank
back.
you, child thing. I
That
still
wasn't a
don't know what you
compliment.
are, actually. I'll
Don't
take
worry
it as a
about it.
compliment.
You really shouldn't.
Thank you, anyways.
You
Right,
poor defenseless man. Do you have any money?
I do, but I don't give it away willingly.
Do you have any shiny objects?
I have alcohol that I made from a dragon's, I should not say that inside of a bar. I made from a dragon's portion that I will not talk about.
Look, it's gonads.
I didn't know we were at a
grundle,
kids'
grape.
bar. Ezekiel.
What was that, Bill?
Grundle, gonads, grapes. Like, what are we talking here?
I take it straight from the source. Don't worry, I chop off the head of the
gosh.
creature, the other head, and then I slow bake that inside of a long roasted fire, and then I distill that under many pounds of alcohol from most dwarven mines. And then we distill
I
that
feel so
liquid
sick.
further. It becomes a glorious thing that you then bake with dragon's fire, and it creates one of the strongest drinks I've ever concocted. Going to test it out on a gnome at some point, but I haven't gone back there.
Do you have some on
Yeah.
you?
Don't kill Gramps, please.
I have tried, and he has failed in dying. Thank you.
Right,
I wonder why.
Right, I think I'm going to stick with Razor's brew.
So, you got some of this crap on you?
He looks at your general size.
He sounds like a little drug addict.
Hey, buddy, you got me some moves. Zuko's just gonna look you up and down and just go, hey, fuck it, I gave a gnome this shit, sure. He's just gonna pull out. It does not look good. It is a bottle made of a glass-like thing that you honestly have no idea what is. Not a single person, even Averin, doesn't know what this kind of glass is. Bill probably doesn't care. But
No.
But the inside of it, it kind of looks like stars or extremely LCD affected vomit. One of those two. As he like puts it down on the table and it starts to swirl around. Now you see, my little fine feathered fellow. This stuff can and will kill you. Just so you're aware.
That's what they said about this other stuff, but it hasn't killed me.
Yeah.
If they sell it at a bar, it probably maybe won't kill you.
He's not allowed to sell it, actually. I had to
Oh.
sign papers.
Okay, so that makes it much more dangerous. How high is your tolerance?
I drank a dwarf recently and got a bunch of money from him.
Which dwarf?
The one over there.
He also speaks a different language the more drunk he gets.
He does
Okay.
what now? He like shoves the bottle at Bill.
You see Bill like actually like I'm doing special thing now.
Let me
As Bill just,
hear
like-
that sweet succulent voice of yours, Mr. Bird.
Also, Ezekiel, before he does that,
Oh, what?
Oliver recently checked his tether, I guess, and it's going up, but it's snapped.
Oliver has a snapped tether? That doesn't sound good.
No, Bill.
Oh,
So,
he stares
bird.
at Bill.
Bird in front of you.
He like stares at Bill and like leans really close to Bill. So you're telling me that this? He like looks Bill up and down. Bird
Yes.
is
His
fascinating.
aura is snapped. Yes.
Intriguing.
And he speaks a
All right,
different
Bird,
language
drink
when
this whole
he-
bottle and try not to die.
drunk.
well, before I do that, I gotta check something first.
Oh,
Bill,
okay.
Bill, my lesser cure all works fine for drunkenness, but I don't think it has the capability of reviving the dead.
If I die, just blame it on the stupidity.
That makes me feel even worse.
Don't worry about it. You can cure a lot of things, but I believe the sentence is you can't cure stupid, and I'm a whole hep in the hope of it.
Oh, I mean, I've worked at a bar. Basically a
Should I-
nurse of a bar. I can cure
Should I-
stupid.
Should I
Oh,
be
so the-
concerned that you classify yourself as stupid?
I'm not smart enough to answer that.
Alright, I'm getting out. I'm good. I'm coming over there.
He's
gotta
just
make
like, all
sure-
right,
Cannot
kill you.
move. Actually, King's pause.
You gotta
Dang
make
it.
sure that
Ollie and I, we can fix it.
Now, normally,
Character King's
Ezekiel's
pause.
just like, now normally, I do not recommend ever giving someone more than maybe a shot, maybe a half shot if they're a lesser drinker. I think you should have the whole bottle, buddy. Go ahead, Actually, no, I need at least like half the bottle to kill that fucking drunk. Drake, take half the bottle.
You see,
Leave
like,
Grand P alone, Ezekiel.
by the way,
I heard you're
Are
scared of
you-
your brother.
you know,
I'm sorry.
it was kind of funny.
Hmm?
She was talking to the guy over there when he was flipping a coin. Now she's talking to you. You like to talk to people, don't you?
Well, yes, you kind of have to talk to people and get used to talking to people when you work in a bar.
But she doesn't work in a bar. She's just sitting there in the other corner of this.
Oh, you're talking about
bigger
Averin.
one.
Never mind.
Yeah,
He's still
I
stare
notice
at
people.
everyone.
Look, I notice people when it's important. And given that she may witness a death today, I think that's important, I think.
Mhm.
By the way, is this stuff even stronger than what I have? As Bill pulls out the very beat up old flask and just, you see him uncork both of them and just taking, like, you just hear them.
Jesus Christ, are you putting them both under your nose?
Like, he's putting one and then the other and then he's sniffing
Okay.
both at the same time. Like,
Oh,
he's
Jesus Christ.
he's attempting to see which one is more alcoholic before drinking either.
So,
We do not snort drugs.
so
we snort
Averin,
alcohol, guys.
what you see is he takes his flask and sniffs it, and it's strong. It's strong enough to like give him almost like whip his head back a little bit. Whoo, strong ass shit. You put your nose under the bottle, or over the bottle, I suppose, and roll me a Constitution save.
Okay.
It's gonna be a nat 1.
Oh no. I'm going to do a medicine.
15.
I
God
literally
damn.
cannot. I literally cannot go over there to check on him. Dang it!
You want me to try to go over there? Hold on.
Yes, please.
Boop.
It says I can't move my character on my own.
Oh, that's weird. There should be no active encounter. Let me start encounter and the encounter.
It says game. It says game paused. Cannot move.
Why is it there?
There we
Does
go.
that work? Okay.
Yeah.
So you take a whiff of it. This shit is way stronger than the shit that you have. Like leagues and miles. You feel like this stuff should not be legally allowed to be put in someone else's hands without multiple trained medical professionals around. Which makes sense considering you have two directly behind you. But this shit, when you smell it, you swear to God that the nose hairs that you don't have just been burned off.
Neat.
This is just like taking a fucking tank to the face, but made of alcohol.
And Bill looking at all these people. Thanks for the alcohol. As he drinks his flask, downs all of it within a second or two, and then just pours all of the contents of that bottle into his flask.
You literally
closes it,
just
and-
got that flask filled.
Yeah. And now I have something stronger.
This doesn't seem like something you should just be taking on the road.
It'll be fine.
That shit, as you drink your flask, it hits you in the stomach, and the moment it hits you in the stomach, it reminds you of the last time you drank it, which was I think before the sickle, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It hurts.
Did he just drink? Did he just drink Blackland Fire?
Kind of. That's about a Black and Live Fire would, I believe, be like one step above the drink that he just got, and then the stuff that the stuff that he filled up with Tommy, the stuff that he just got would be like 2 steps above Blackland Fire that he just put into his flask now.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has an actual risk of killing him.
Wow.
I'll be honest. That's a fair one.
Gonna do these saving throws.
Yeah. So, you are very drunk. You are unhealthily drunk at the moment.
Thanks for the booze.
You're welcome. Now tell me, what the hell do you speak, and where can I learn it?
Ah,
Oh.
tall, pointy, and with a giant pan. What do I speak? I'm pretty sure this is...
That other language you speak when you get drunk, Bill. That no one can understand?
All it takes is getting drunk. I wouldn't wager. What?
So far, each time he's gotten drunk, he gets to a point where he speaks a different language.
You're making me want to fill him with more alcohol. That's not a good sign.
I am missing a shiny.
I thought you said a new language. You were in a bar. This is just mumble.
Shh.
Apparently, he's not drunk enough.
Shh. Do you hear that?
Do I hear what?
The spirits. They speak.
What?
Let me just.
Everett raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, so either your friend is dying, which is possible. What was that drink that you had? You can't tell me, can't? No, you can't. All right.
It was something to do with the... What did I drink again? I don't remember.
Right.
Do I need
So he's either dying, or he can talk to the dead.
Yes.
Do I need to inject you with my lesser cure-all?
No. Shh. As Bill drunkenly stumbles over to Oliver and just like, tries to put his finger up to his face, but he's like putting it off to your like right and then your left, and then he finally like tries to touch your face, but ends up just poking you in the chest because Bill's so short. No, no, it's fine. It's fine.
He
I'm
looks at
concerned.
Averin.
I'm even more concerned now.
Have you ever asked a spirit its favorite thing?
No.
Well, typically their favorite food is gulag.
Just still staring, just confused and dumbfounded.
Ezekiel's right there with you. He's like, wow. I'm not entirely sure if he
I'm
can
sorry.
actually drink my concoction.
Uh,
I did just down an entire flask of whatever the heck that F stuff was.
You should probably check your alcohol before you drink it. It should only come from the most reliable
It-
sources. Me.
I
You-
think I'll continue relying on my alchemical jar for a bit.
We should give him more. I'm interested.
Just stares over
I
at
like
it.
you. You're smart. He pulls out like 3 more like bottles of various kinds of drinks. I have a few selections.
No. Do you have more of that other stuff?
The Nuts McGee Dragon Breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only had the one bottle, but you had the other half. Well, I tried to keep this other half. You can drink what's in your flask.
No. That's
Yeah,
for
okay.
emergencies.
Well,
What was that?
I can always stab more dragons in the dick. He puts it on the table. What are you saying, Oliver?
I cannot actually recall. Oh, emergencies. If that's as powerful as he said, there's a very strong chance that is going to cause the emergency.
It could possibly
well,
kill
it's a
him.
good thing he and I have. It's
Just
a
like
good
hands out towards
thing
him.
You
My
and I
point!
are with him.
Look, I'm not allowed to drink. Okay, it'll
Then
be
why
fine.
Are you
Just
then why
just
are you doing it?
Shh. We all know I'm not making sense.
I
right
mean,
now.
technically, this could help him figure out what he's forgotten and about
He's
his severed
forgotten
aura.
something. Wait, I
Yes.
thought everyone forgets things. He looks at Bill and like puts his hands on Bill's head. Does your memory function? Ooh.
Just like staring at him. Give me 10 minutes. Just like pulls off the glass and just starts rubbing the lens cleaner on it.
It'll be fine. I can drink this. I've always been able to drink this. I have no idea what this is, but it's drinkable.
It's
As
made
Bill
from distilled dragon blood and other parts.
That doesn't sound like alcohol. That sounds like poison.
It
Which is
you know
alcohol.
what? Same thing at this point.
So I'm gonna go.
I especially crafted it for extremely drunk gnome who refused to die.
Hey, where are you going? As Bill like fumbles over.
Dunk.
So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna like I'm gonna be like, it's like, okay, so how many fingers am I holding up? And then okay, so where is that flask that Bill just drank half of?
No, I drank all of the flask.
Well,
So
I'm not
He
out
drank
of
the
character.
entire flask. Above game, he drank the entire flask and then refilled it with what our
Ezekiel.
NPC friend Ezekiel was offering him.
Oh.
I don't know where he would keep it normally.
Bill, you're not sure. Bill, you see Bill pull it out of somewhere that seems like nowhere. He keeps it as a sleight of hand trick.
Ah.
The wasn't Ezekiel like saving half of it to like kill someone or something?
He saved half of the bottle that Bill poured into his flask. So the bottle's just sitting on the table, and he's like, half of this bottle will go to probably murder someone. So the bottle's on the
But-
table.
Not
Free
Grampy
access.
because it wouldn't work.
He's been trying.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. As Bill downs the half flask he just put on.
Oh no,
He never specified that he closed it.
God. Wait,
And
what
you
are
have an
doing,
extremely drunk person here.
Avrin?
Hmm?
So what are you doing while he starts to drink his flask that he just pulls out of nowhere?
Well, I was hoping that if like Ezekiel had but like putting it away in his coat that I could just, steal it.
Well, no, like Bill kept his flask up. He put his flask up, but Ezekiel put the thing back on the thing.
Yeah,
So Bill
Ezekiel
just
put
reopened
the
it.
container back on the table.
Yeah, and Bill has it in his hand currently and is at the moment downing it.
God.
Gosh.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's
Mhm.
see. Yeah. Avern is like waiting to hoping for an opportunity in which she can like steal that exceedingly strong alcohol for like purposes in case she needs to get someone drunk. She's no interest in alcohol herself, but she does like the extreme susceptibility and gullibility that other people get. So she's
Nice.
just like gonna be like examining the other things.
Mhm. So, Bill, you start to try to drink some of it. I'm assuming the glass on the table.
Yep.
Yeah, so you start trying to drink that. Roll me another Constitution save. God damn, you are rolling good today. It hits you like a fucking. You imagine what it would be like if you stacked a bookshelf full of bricks and you dropped it on your head. That's kind of what it feels like when it hits your stomach. It's almost actual pain in your stomach at this point from it. It feels like it's fighting the other alcohol inside of you and possibly your stomach itself. It's just like 1-2 ring around the rosy punching it. You are so far beyond drunk at this point. You're barely able to tell what's left and what's right.
And in Celestial, Bill looks around going, has anyone seen the stairway to heaven or the elevator to hell? I believe I'm heading that direction currently at an impasse of 30 miles an hour past Mach 3.
Holy crap, he's fluctuating in speech. Amazing. Everyone else, you're just hearing angelic gibberish.
At this point, I'm just glad that he's still breathing.
Honestly, I'm very impressed that he is. Is he? He like puts his hand under Bill's nose. So he is. How long have you been drinking? God, it's just like that goddamn gnome all over again. What's his name again? Ellie. I think Ellie's dead.
Sorry, Ruby was eating my phone.
Oh, okay.
Sounds about right.
Baby was like, you do
I'm
not get to
pretty
answer
sure
this question.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about my lovely audacity of a Grampy.
Ah, yes. You know, he might have a run for his money with this bird, who for some reason can speak the language of the gods. What the hell? Where did you pick him up?
Off of a carriage?
You wouldn't believe it. Basically on the front doorstep of the Citadel.
Really? Man, I need to go look at more carriages. Maybe they have orphans in there too.
Keeps referring to himself as a Kenku. Cannot say I'm familiar with the term.
Huh. I've only heard those terms I've only heard of that race, and well, you guys probably have never actually read that book, huh? Well, it's a very long time ago. Fascinating. Anyways, yeah, he can speak language of the gods. Your group intrigues me greatly. He looks at Avrin. I still don't know what your deal is, but I will find out.
Perhaps. Avern winks.
You intrigue me, but you're also mysterious. That is fancy. He then puts back, like, he casts, I believe it's disguise self on himself, and he, like, turns into his nice outfit of, like, the spooky, noir kind of figure, and he's like, I respect a fellow investigator.
Ellie just rolls her eyes.
So, your friend may or may not be hallucinating right now. I actually don't know the effects of this drink.
Hmm.
All I see, no. If you're gonna wear that, you're missing the pipe.
God damn it, you're right! He reaches into his bag, which you swear was not there a second ago, that's like under the table, and he like sticks his entire forearm and up to his shoulder into the bag. He's like, no, back off, Simba, fuck off. I said fuck off, I mean it, I will hurt you. I will hurt you.
Nah. As Bill grabs his arm, nah. As he pulls his arm out, and you just see Bill just stick his entire head into his bag.
That's not.
Just like
that's not-
staring, dumbfounded. The heck did you find a bag of holding?
Oh, I found one on my trip many years ago. That's not the best idea. You might fall in there.
If what I've
watch
been
out
told
for
is true,
Beanie.
if what I've been told is true, there's literally no breathing air in there.
There isn't. Watch out for Beanie. It fights.
How do you have something alive in there?
Now, don't worry about it. I've many. Well, they're not technically alive.
That makes me even more concerned.
Look, I've been learning necromancy the last couple weeks. Where am I going to shove them?
Just like, dude.
I made Beanie. It's fine. He's just aggressive, and Simba's an asshole, and you might want to get your head out, or you're going. Oh, that's don't vomit in my bag.
Come on, these things are easier to use than you think. I think you just just shove your arm in and think about what you want to get out. It'll just appear there.
Why are there? You, sir, as Bill pokes his nose, have a lot of angry spirits in your bag.
Half
You
of them
should
are
get that
dead,
cleaned
so I hope so.
So it is, as they say. Necromancy really is the act of ripping a soul out of the afterlife and forcibly stuffing it into a
Only in
decrepit
some
body.
occasions. He kind of like looks into his bag again. In
Only in
other
some?
cases, you just have bones that hate you.
Mr. Mr. Dave was not very happy.
Well, I'm not really in the business to make people happy with my spiritual endeavors.
He seemed very upset that he was stuffed into. I think you called it Simba.
I'll bring him out eventually. They just kind of share the same space right now, and the same arms. It's fine.
Fair. Oh, so can Bill just randomly steal a random item from his bag? In his very drunken stupor?
Absolutely, roll me a d20.
Oh no.
Because he stuck his entire head in there?
Oh, absolutely. I want to see what kind of insanity you get. Oh my god.
That is
Nat 20.
amazing. That is absolutely amazing for that to happen.
The fucking rolls. What the hell?
We're getting a lot of nat 20s today.
You
This
guys
is crazy.
are. The amount of times y'all have rolled to get special shit in the last like three episodes. So you do get something special. I have no fucking idea what it is, but you'll get something fancy. We'll figure that shit out at some point. Ezekiel has absolutely no idea that you have what the fuck he is. He is wholeheartedly attempting to get a pipe from out of his bag while fighting off apparently several things in his bag.
Yeah, and you all just see Bill like take off his hat, drunkenly put this random object in his hat, shake it around a little bit, and put his hat back on.
Oh god.
My mouth tastes like blood.
I really should
That's
get you
not
that
good.
payroll.
Well, he
Would that
seems
be a
like a
medicine or a
strong
perception
buddy.
check?
Probably a medicine check. So far, his constitution is held up. You're fairly certain he's going to keep breathing until tomorrow.
Maybe.
Unless he keeps drinking, in which case he's not the same problem Grampy had, where he just kind of stops.
Well, Grampy is keeping going for some odd reason, so.
Yeah, you're still not entirely
Um,
sure how it's possible that Grampy hasn't kneeled over and died yet, but you're fairly certain that Bill does not have that same liver. Maybe.
Bill,
Ah,
I don't know if, unless you're made of a god, I highly recommend you do not continue drinking.
I am
You're
made
not
of
Grampy
bird.
or a god, so I get you're a bird,
What?
but I don't know how strong a bird liver is.
Wait, why can't I be Grampy?
I'm really hating that you chose that name for him now.
Fucking heart swells in Ellie's heart, and she's just like, I'm gonna hurt you.
Look, I'm an extremely drunk Kenku right now. I'm getting to act out the drunkest of people, and I'm living it.
Oh, this is great. I love this.
I'm so sorry, everyone, but I am the Chaos Goblin of this group,
Oh, this
Fair.
is lovely.
and I was encouraged to drink.
Ezekiel's just
Yeah,
like,
you
are you sure
were.
we can't push his limit? I have like, he like puts down 3 more bottles onto the table. 3 very, I mean, they're not as strong as my devil jar, but they're still fairly strong.
Don't be ridiculous. If he dies, I have no way of getting him back on his feet, and I don't think that this is a case where breaking vows is a good time for research.
You're right. It's been a long time since I was a part-time cleric. Kat, if you want to roll a sleight of
Yeah.
hand, you're welcome to take one of the bottles.
Wait,
Sweet,
clerics go by those vows as well?
Well, I took some time being a part-time cleric once. It was an adventure. Jesus
That's not natural.
Christ.
That's a 21.
I take it the reason you're phrasing it like that tells me it didn't go too well.
I left after a while, you know. He kind of like starts to, pretty much take his arm and sweep the balls back into his bag, while Averin just kind of stealthily swipes one into her own bag. None of y'all can tell she did this, but it just looks like natural movement, and I'm pushing all the balls into there. Yeah, I was a part-time cleric, and then I turned into a part-time barbarian. They may have had some mixtures in there for several reasons, but yeah, it's fine. It's been a long time since I learned the spell Revivify. I could probably do it on you, although with the fact I've been learning Necromancy, you might not come out the same way you came in.
Remind me again how you're able to have all these skills and still have the ability to go fight gods.
Well, that's a secret, my lovely buddy.
You're a tricksty one of.
Okay, but I'm curious too. How do you handle the gods as well as you do?
How do you mean handle the gods? Do you mean like talk to the gods? Or do you mean like brutally murder the gods until they stop getting back up? One's easier than the
Murder,
other.
because I can talk
Ah.
to them.
You picked the
I
easy one.
Personally,
Gotcha.
can talk to them easier. I can talk to them easier than you can.
Well, you see, he gently boops Bill's nose. My job is to go around and collect all the information I possibly can that will one day lead me into the... What was the library called it? Out character? The something library.
If you give me like 2 minutes, I can find it.
Sure. Insert library name here. I'll remember exactly where it's named it.
I guess in the meantime, with the 10 minutes have passed,
Mm.
for me to set
Probably
up
at this point, yeah.
All right, feel free to take a look. He just says, holding his glasses out to him. Please be
Oh.
careful with them.
Oh, why, thank you. Man,
Snaps.
this is just like looking through the world through my eyes. This is neat. I
Wait,
see,
you're
like,
telling me you could just by default see through detect magic?
oh yeah, these aren't my eyes. As he just kind of puts on the glasses. Ah, man, it's weird seeing two. But yeah, his aura is real fucked up. What did you do to this poor creature? Or honestly, I should be asking.
didn't do
he,
anything.
he looks at Bill. What did you do to yourself, you poor creature?
I yeah.
I should probably have asked you this when you were sober, huh? He like takes off the glasses and hands it back to Oliver.
I read a book.
Gone.
Well, yeah, something's fucked up with him. I don't know what. I've
It
never
was
really
a
seen a
very-
green aura before. That might be the spirits floating around him. I wonder if
It-
they're connected to the dead. Ooh, that's
It
fascinating.
was a very dry book. I had to drink. Why did I have to drink? I don't remember.
He is very fascinating. You brought me a hell of a fascinating creature. Thank you, guys.
Hey, fuzzy face person. Do you
I assume you mean me.
do you know about the weapons of the of what was it again?
The apocalypse? The four weapons of the apocalypse?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I know very little about it, sorry. I know that there is one that's a giant sword, one that's a sickle, and I don't know the other two.
I'm going
Oh,
to
it's about-
insight check this man.
You know what?
I am going to insight on this man because Bill is drunk. He's not gonna trust anything that isn't alcohol at this point.
Bill being on top of the table just like stares him down intently and just
Love
like
that.
pats his face with his claw hand thing, just like, you will tell me your secrets.
that fits. That fits very well.
You will tell me your secrets, young man.
Just drunk bird, just tap, like on his forehead with a finger. Tell me your secrets.
He's gonna raise up one hand and then wave it and say, I am telling you all of my secrets now.
I really hate the fact that giving him
Did
the
he
lesser
just try to
cure-all would be
Jedi
breaking
our
a vow.
bird?
I really
Jedi
hate,
trick our freaking bird.
I
Yes.
really hate the fact that giving him the lesser cure-all in this current state would technically be breaking a vow.
Well, you can always give it to me, I'll slap it down his throat. I may or may not leave the bottle in.
Just was halfway into handing it to him, but then he just hears the last bit, just like, I'm keeping this.
I probably wouldn't have left it in.
But to answer your question, from what we've heard, it sounds highly likely that one of those weapons is a bow,
Ooh, fascinating.
and it's in this town, more or less.
Ooh, that's even more fascinating.
Oh yeah, and the sickle's beneath the town.
What?
Long story.
Oh,
There's a
Yeah,
person.
we know for the most part where 3 of the 4 are. We don't know about the 4th one.
well, unfortunately, I have no idea either. I've been wandering this place for longer than you guys have been alive. Probably.
Are the Myconids back? Do I need to burn more stuff? It's my sickle. You can't.
Okay, I think that's
Yeah.
actually a best case scenario.
The weapons seem to take control of whoever wields them.
Huh. Well, that's good info
I
to
wouldn't
have.
just-
Or, well, basically command them.
I didn't even get anywhere near that thing, and it still had me groveling.
So very powerful weapons that influence their force upon the world. Interesting. I haven't seen one of those
Fat
for I can't remember how long it's been.
If you do want to take a hint for a more closer inspection of that thing, I recommend looking into Rigor Mortis. He operates as a medical professional in the Underdark under this
Fascinating.
village.
Well, I may give him a visit at some point. Although he looks at Ellie, you seemed like you were going to be wanting to say something to me before he looks at Bill. This.
I am Chaos Inc.
I'll take him to
Above
my
game,
room.
I can't find the library name. But
Oh, the Akasha records.
all
That
that's-
was it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. You know
Well,
what?
you're very sweet. You may
Fine.
say it.
Whatever. No, it's fine.
You can say
Anyway.
it.
No, it's fine. It's whatever.
So the Akasha records. Yeah. That was it. Do you want to say it, hon?
Anyway.
You're welcome to say it. Please say
No, it's
You
fine.
can say it.
No,
You can do it.
I just said I would find it for you, and I was not wanting to interrupt, but it's fine.
Well, you should have
Okay.
interrupted.
It's whatever. No.
Deal.
Anyway,
Ah,
it's fine.
the pain I deliver upon her soul. What was that, Wally?
I believe in you. You could do it, Ellie. I'm sorry. That's me. I'm in full gremlin mode right now. I'm apologizing now.
You're
I love
good.
it.
I'm enjoying it so much.
If it helps, I legitimately
Anyway.
did not know the name Akasha Records until the moment before I set up.
I hate you.
You're welcome to say it too.
It's fine. Love you.
Me too. Anyways, so he's like, yeah,
Fine. It's
I'm on the journey to find the
Anyway.
Akashic Records.
word for word even. It's like you even looked at the doc.
I
That I
did
found.
not.
Gosh,
If I- Yes, they are a library that can hold all the information from past and future to present to all around. It is the greatest source of information that the universe will ever know, and I seek to find it.
Fascinating.
Yes. Anyways, Allie, what would you like to say?
I
died.
was curious about, you know what? On your thoughts, well, first, your thoughts about the war and how we should go about it at this point. Because I have an idea, but I want to know your thoughts first.
The war, I think the war is a pointless squabble between two forces that want to kneecap each other and then pee on each other's graves. On the plus side, a lot of information
How
to be
would
found
you-
inside the Citadel.
True.
How you should go
How would
about
you
it,
end it?
though. Well, would you like to murder them all, or would you like to save them all?
Personally, the less casualties, the better.
Then I'm a
have few
horrible advice
ideas.
to give you.
Well, you gave me two options. What's the one that's less killing? Because I'm sure killing everyone involves the gods. So,
Well, no, killing everyone just involves you going and murdering everyone. Do you not know how to slaughter two different
are you
forces?
wanting me to have a villain arc? I don't want to be the bad guy.
He like looks at Averin and Oliver. Is being the bad guy a thing people don't do?
Are you telling me you consider yourself a bad guy?
No.
Ezekiel.
Although I sometimes can be the bad guy. Depends on the day. Well, at
Depends
least
on the
that's what I've been
person.
told.
I'm just here to make sure
Anyway.
people don't die. And I'd appreciate
You're
if
in
you
the
didn't make my
wrong
life any
line
more
of business, my friend.
The wrong line of business is literally
That's for
my
sure.
lifetime job.
I am so sorry. But best of luck.
Anyway, I figured we would somehow just stop both sides from going to war.
So what you're
Somehow
telling me,
convince them to not fight.
so what you're telling me is you want to go on an insane crusade in order to convince two full-fledged armies to back down without any reasonable cause to do so.
Or just not show up.
You would want to talk to my brother.
Yeah.
He's just as naive as you are.
Well, clearly he's still alive, so
Oh, he
must be
probably.
doing
I
something
keep
right.
tabs on him every now and again. You know, sometimes I go and visit the places he's at. It's nice.
Above game, his brother better not be freaking Jackson. I will kill you.
His brother is not Jackson. Trust me.
Okay.
But yeah, he's just. I keep
I'm
tabs on
trying
him
to
every
keep
now and
Jackson
again.
from
It's
this
fine.
area.
See, I personally think he's a bit of a fool. He does not go along with my methods to find the Akashic records. So you know, sometimes he even tries to make me take a step back. He's a good heart man, but he's a fool.
Are you guys both going for the records?
He's just trying to make sure I don't accidentally slaughter the entire planet while I'm doing so.
Excuse me. That implies you've considered
Um,
it.
No, I've never considered it. It just happens to sometimes be a byproduct of my plans.
Is he like
Excuse
you?
me. Just deeper, or just deeper stare.
It just has
Is he like
a
you?
casual smile. Is he like me? God, no. My brother's nothing like me.
So he doesn't talk to gods or fight them like you?
Oh, he does. Kind of.
Okay.
Yep.
Would you know what?
He's just same smile on his face, just like, yep.
So how would we be able to? So if we aren't able to stop both sides, let's
Uh-huh.
play with the thought that the weapons are persuading the two leaders to fight each other. Would
Uh-huh.
we be able? What should we do? What should we do with the weapons?
Do you have a strong will,
If we
child?
get- Considering I can handle two gods at once in my brain space, I'd like to think so.
Cool.
think
You
what
should then
happened-
take the weapons, hold them all, and use them in order to fight your way into your heart's desire.
What do you think would happen if you soaked them in alkahest? Just out loud just says that.
I don't know, but that's a fascinating idea. I could also pour my alcohol over them.
I said alkahest, not alcohol.
Yeah, I know. He's like, you pour alcohol, he pours alcohol. That's what he's saying.
I think the alkahest would consume the alcohol first, but
Probably.
I think I still have a little bit left in my room. Just like looks over or towards his doorway.
I haven't used that stuff in years. It's fascinating. But yeah, if you want to use the weapons to stop the war, I mean, that's one path. You could also, murder the leaders if you so wanted to. That's usually a great plan for stopping leaders of armies.
Well, the issue with that is someone else would just take their place and it'd continue again.
It's simple. You take out their kneecaps, and every leader that follows, you take out their kneecaps too until they realize that every leader that pops up gets their kneecaps taken out. And then they stop being leader. Yeah.
I think it's just I think it's just way easier to just cover the trail and a big film of grease and just watch them fall over on their own accord over and over again.
You've
Nice.
seen the Trail of Bloody Tears. That'd be a lot of grease.
True,
But
but
unfortunately,
it really
my
depends on
dear,
if they see it or not.
unfortunately, my dear, my tactics would be very different from your hero tactics. See, I don't let things like casualties stop me from my goal. So if I were to stop this war, I would just murder both armies.
Woo for no moral.
Okay, but more would just appear again.
Then no. See, if you erase both of
No
the
one wins
cities
at that
off the
point.
continent, they stop popping up.
So no orcs or elves.
Exactly. You cannot have an orc-elf fight if you have no orcs and elves. See?
So your recommendation
Stops your
is
problem.
genocide?
If you want to stop the entire problem from existing, erase the problem. He gives you finger guns.
This sounds like the worst solution I've ever heard.
You guys are saying you want to stop the war. I'm saying I give you horrible suggestions for stopping the war with no casualties. But my suggestions for stopping the war with casualties are unbeatable. Now, if you
right.
have
Yeah.
morals, which I don't honestly know why you would, you could talk to my brother, I guess. He's also on that goody-goody two-shoes, you shouldn't kill people if they're in your way kind of thing. I usually don't kill people in my way.
He sounds very sensible. Where can we find him?
Well, I keep tabs on
We
him
love
every
you,
now and again.
Ezekiel, but we're trying to not have a whole lot of casualties.
Well, I don't know why you keep finding me. Where have I ever even
Well,
hinted towards you that
know-
I am a nice person?
I
Mercy
I have
was
no
simply
idea.
because it was more useful to keep them alive than to kill them. Also, our main goal was to keep them alive at that point. If your main goal is to take out the armies,
yeah,
well,
say.
Mercy was a
throat
fun
was-
time.
Yeah, if people died, it wouldn't have been fun, and I don't like killing people. Hence my fry pan. But I have a blade now.
Nice. You're taking one step closer to the best side. But yeah, if you want to find my brother, he's usually somewhere around Ryotao sometimes. I think at the moment he's probably inside of Cataclysm somewhere. I don't know. He reaches into his bag again. Shoot, Fluffy. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Aha. He pulls out a it's a very weird looking pendant. This will tell you his location. And by tell you his location, I mean it'll show you his general area that you can go to. It basically just kind of flies in one direction. If you hold it up, he holds it up and it starts flying towards the let's see, you guys be on top left there, to his right. It's see, the chain's unbreakable. Not even Palor himself could break this chain, so never worry about it flying. If you let go of it, however, and there's no walls to stop it, you will permanently lose it, so don't. And it will fly towards him unless he dodges it, in which case its momentum will carry, and it may or may not come back to bite you.
Oh, you have a
Depends on how far the
location.
momentum is.
Oh, you have a
Duly
location
noted.
finder. You have a location finder for each other. That's cute.
Well,
So in other
he
words,
doesn't
you have
have
a
one
lethal.
for me.
So you have a lethal tracking device. That
Yeah.
sounds. That sounds.
I'm honestly
Immoral.
surprised Grampy doesn't have one on me.
It wouldn't kill him. Trust me, I've tried. It'll be fine.
No,
Excuse
I'm surprised
me?
Grampy doesn't have one on me.
Oh, well, I guess I can make one for Grampy too. But that would be a very
I don't know if
lackluster
he'd-
way to kill him.
Want to really track me.
Do you really
No,
think
okay,
you'd be able to hold
honey.
on to it?
Honey,
Yes.
I was saying that Ellie is surprised Grampy doesn't have a tracker on her.
Yeah, and then Ezekiel's response
So you
was,
track
well, I
her.
guess I could make one for him, but that would be a
Mm.
lackluster way to kill him. Basically,
know
just
what?
say it's just to let go of
Stop
one
trying to
direction
kill
of
Grampy. Why are you so determined to kill Grampy? Did you guys have a fallout through the years or
No,
something?
he managed to drink my strongest ale and didn't die. I mean, he's at several points challenged me to make stronger ale, so I keep making stronger ale. And then I keep telling him he'll die, and then he doesn't, and then he keeps saying that I'm a pansy for not making stronger ale. So I keep making strong. See this cycle?
I'm starting to think he just likes your company.
You know, that's a concerning statement.
I mean, is it the
I
weirdest
mean,
thing you've
you
ever
are
heard?
a fun guy.
That's true. Am I?
Don't you ever settle, Ezekiel?
Well, sometimes I sell for dealing with people, eating food. Does that count?
Sure.
But yes, this pendant should not be able to
Anyway.
kill him.
But that's my sort of plan at the moment, that Rowena, my sister, is going to be here at the Citadel.
Mhm.
Hopefully working her way with the army so that they trust her enough that when the day comes that she may or may not be able to stop them. And she'll possibly grab the bow from, I guess, our dad.
I hope she has a strong
And
will, probably.
I hope so too, because while she's doing that, I'll be possibly in Cataclysm, learning about orcs and a way to stop them.
Hmm.
That,
Have you
or I'll
talked
make
with
a meeting to everyone.
Bloodtooth, the head orc war chieftain?
I haven't before. I was going to talk to Big Mama first to get an idea about him, and then go to him.
Big Mama's a nice person.
I was hoping she'll maybe tell me about him as such, since she's worked with him for literal decades. So
Yeah, they had a not so close bond. It was kind of close. And also wasn't. They hate each other, but also loved each other, but mostly hate each other.
How does that work?
Well, when you're war friends with someone for several decades and you despise people slaughtering one another and you watch him slaughter somebody forever, they become very close companions to you, and you hate their guts for everything that they do.
What?
They're war
basically,
friends.
basically you hate what they do, but you'd still kill for them.
Wow, that's kind of pushing a bit. She would live for him.
Okay, yeah. She'd pull
She
some
might not
strings
die
for
for
him.
She might stab him
Yeah.
herself. I
have
think
not
they
just
were
saw something
cuddle
said-
buddies once.
What?
I mean, I've seen a couple of brawlers be cuddle buddies before, but they were drunk and fought each other and then cried and hugged. Yeah. They're gigantic. They were like the size of Arthur.
He looks at Oliver. Is she okay?
I think so.
Cool.
Perhaps.
No, what?
Just wanted to make sure.
Just exhausted.
I'm certain one of you is drunk at the moment. He looks at her and I don't know if you're also drunk. Are you?
No, I don't exactly imbibe often.
I know the feeling. I tend to get other people drunk, not myself.
Mm.
So was that all you wanted to ask
Yes,
me
I
how to not
guess-
murder people?
And how to deal with the gods if they
Oh,
ever
how to deal with the
turn-
gods? Right, I've totally forgot that you
Yes.
asked that. I'm sorry. Are you immortal? Actual question. I don't know your mortality
No.
rates. Oh.
I
Wow.
feel like once I die, Paylor and Char might have an opinion about it, so to be continued. To be
Well,
answered.
if you're not immortal, and do you have the strict backing of a god? Does one of them flow its unending power through your soul?
Well, you said I had 3 auras. 2 of them is, well, one is Char, one is Paylor. Third one, we have no idea what's going on. He or she jumped in and is a part of me.
So you
So-
have a fragment of a soul of a god.
I
Cool.
guess so. Mom brought it up that it seems like a god is using my body as a vessel. That's why
Oh,
my
that's even more
eyes are two
concerning.
different colors and my look. My hair is a different color, my eyes are different colors and such because of the god.
Interesting. Well, I wish you best of luck on not disintegrating. But it should be
I
fine.
haven't yet.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Gods can
Probably
do
should
that.
be fine.
Gods can
What?
do that.
Okay,
These are
I'm
the
gonna
people as
If they
vessels.
check
push
his
all of their
non-existent
if they
butt
push
right
all
now.
their power into your body, it's basically like taking a small match and then you lay on fire and then you dousing the match in gasoline.
So in other words, it flares up as heck.
Yeah, and then your body crumbles into dust. Too much power going through it, you know.
In other
So
words,
hopefully
Yeah.
you don't get the full force of the god through your soul.
in other words,
Well,
it's
they're
a
probably
direct threat on
hiding
her
for the
life.
meantime.
What was that, Ellie?
Well, for now, they're probably just small amounts, just enough, but it's not too much to be noticed by Paylor and Shar, considering they've been lingering in my mind for all my life. So,
Well,
I mean,
best
even
of luck
Paylor,
with that.
even Paylor pointed out that he senses there's something there, but can't get to it. So,
Well, if you wish to go down the good person route, he does
Godhole?
air quotes.
Oh,
My suggestion would probably be to walk into the main camp of the orcs, go straight to Mr. Big Orc Guy, and say, "Hi, we wish to stop the fighting." That's my suggestion for you. Now, whether or not you
that
can
would
get to
literally get us
him,
killed.
well, saying those words to him won't get you killed. Getting to him, you probably won't do, actually, now I think about it. Yeah. Put
You
like a
know,
shield on
so-
yourself, like an impenetrable barrier, and just like move it forwards. You know? Can you do that?
I mean, I can give him.
Uh,
I can set her up with
If this
sanctuary.
gray aura is secretly a freaking shield, sure.
I can set her up with sanctuary.
Yeah, I think you need a lot more force fields. Well, if you want to take care of the
Oh, no, it's
gods,
Oh no, that's the best part. It's not a force field. It just attacks their mind and makes them attack something else. So long as she
that
remains
could be useful.
peaceful.
Yeah. So what I would say probably is, if you want to deal with the gods, find a god and ask me to take care of it. We'll split the money half-half. You know what? I'll even give you 60-40.
Well, with Shar, he just simply wants the cleric elf that Bloodtooth has alongside him to return or to be killed because she has part of Shar's abilities.
That's all she wants? Wow, you're getting a good deal out of that.
Paylor is just wanting to win in general and doesn't care for anyone's existence. So, yeah.
Cool.
Honestly, Shar is seeming the better option at the moment.
Well, you
despite-
know what they say.
Yeah.
Good is extremely relative.
Well, everyone has secrets for what they do, whether they're good or bad. I'm still even trying to figure out Jackson's whole mess of things, but that's another matter.
That
Just
reminds me.
don't miss a
Um,
sleeping bill.
Is this okay? They're only
Maybe I should take him to my room.
Probably.
Yeah, you can do that.
Hey, that's not very nice. She's a very sweet person. She's only a little stupid.
I don't want to know who he's talking about.
Or talking to.
Right, well.
All right, Bill, let's get going. Just like picks up his unconscious body and starts carrying him to his
Oh,
room.
the dead people have started taking me places. Goodbye.
The dead people.
That is horrible to say, considering Oliver's a doctor, so he has dead people on his hands.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
And Bill is a College of Spirits bard.
I think he
Oh,
did
so
fly.
funny.
Thinking back to when they actually had that drinking game with Shaky, he did
Mhm.
actually admit that there were probably people that had died due to his inability to save them.
Mhm. Oh, it
Oh,
hurts.
ow.
But yeah, so Ezekiel is
Anyway.
just goes back to his corner. He's just like, yeah, since you don't have immortality or God backing you up or magic powers or an extremely large amount of magical equipment used in order to specifically smite gods, if you ever find a god that you need to kill, hire me.
Mm.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, but for now, I guess we'll try to find your brother.
Cool. He hands you the
I'm
pendant.
assuming he's an approachable person. Is he like
Look
you?
for the biggest person in the room wearing the heaviest possible armor you can see and wielding the biggest sword that you can possibly
Arthur?
imagine a person wielding.
Arthur?
Arthur
Please,
doesn't
how?
wield a large sword, he wields a long sword.
But
Arthur also doesn't wear full plate mail in this one, he wears scale mail.
You know what? You got me all excited.
He did just basically describe the elder paladin that you guys have been talking.
oh. Oh no. Yeah. Chapter 1 note.
But if you
The
follow
only
that
time the
pendant,
paladin was ever described.
and if you follow that pendant and you find the biggest, tallest, beefiest, and mightiest person in the room wearing the heaviest possible armor and wielding the biggest possible sword that you can ever possibly imagine, you'll probably find him. He makes a great impression wherever he goes.
Okay. Does he drink? I don't know. I'm nervous already. He'll be fine.
He does not drink, no.
Oh,
Well, except for
okay.
water.
Well, I will have a drink of courage then before meeting him. I don't do too well with gigantic people.
He reaches into
So,
his bag and pulls out the very little that's left of the dragon nut wine thing and puts it down in front of you.
I mean, I'll take this for the bird, but I don't think I need that much courage.
We can't have an overflowing amount of courage, they say. Probably. It's been a long time since I've learned the local sayings.
Ain't fair. Same here. Well, yeah. Anyway, enjoy your mysterious corner.
He
You
goes
have your
back
main
into his
character
mysterious
moment.
pose. I will be approached.
Yep, you'll be definitely approached by all the drunks and all the women.
Yes.
I've seen it before.
He looks at Averin. Do you have any questions for me, young lady?
Not the moment, I believe.
Cool.
Perhaps later.
He flips back open his book. There's no words, by the way, on the title of the book or on the sides of the book. It's just a blank cover. All black.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you go back to the room with the rest of the folks, or?
Sure.
Cool. Right. You guys are all now in the same room as the slightly snoring and sleep-talking Bill, as Oliver is fiddling around with his concoctions and watching over the rats.
Actually, at this moment, I'm probably just like getting out the materials to go and upgrade the battle pan again.
Oh yeah, right. You were doing that. You guys will have a long rest, by the way. Mhm.
Okay.
Just so you
I
know.
will just. So Oliver,
Huh?
Ollie,
Yes.
Could you tell me about your friend you've been looking for, real quick? Back when we met.
He was a. I'm not 100% certain what. I assume that he was an elf. He always wore head to foot face plate, or head to foot armor plating. Armor fairly closely matched this. He
Big
said,
man, lots of armor, heavy plate armor and such, right?
had assumed he was a cleric. He's
Right.
wandered around wearing this. He says, holding out the pendant.
Mm-hmm. It is a very decorated pendant of Palor. Averin, you would notice it specifically as you've seen some pendants like that before throughout the slums. Very few people tend to have them. They tend to be objects of prayer for the most part, and in a place where the sun is constantly shining, it's hard not to do it. But inside the slums, it's a little bit more rare. This kind of pendant, though, is so unbelievably decorated, you have never actually seen one like it before. And you've seen a lot of these pendants.
That pendant there is quite interesting. Very ornate.
He passed it to me as a final goodbye gift, honestly. Or at least that's what he said it was.
Hmm.
And you do remember
Above
quite
game.
distinctly
Oh my gosh, he did your Nanaki voice.
What? Oh.
Just a random side note, I was catching on her voice, that's all.
Aw.
Oh.
I will also state that you remember quite distinctly he had a shield on one hand, and a longsword in the other hand. So definitely not the biggest weapon. He was also about your height.
I'll definitely be
You know
passing
what?
that information on.
You're ruining all my freaking notes. Here,
Oh,
I was
trust me,
hopeful
it'll
that it was the same person.
They are not.
No, I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone, thank you, and connect stories, but whatever.
These birds are flying apart from each other. You're welcome.
Anyway, Ezekiel gave me this necklace that will lead to his brother, and if we hold it up, it'll go in the direction where he's at, which where is it going?
It's currently going to the west, so towards Cataclysm.
Okay. So, since it's going toward Cataclysm, we can go with my thoughts of going to Cataclysm to talk to Big Mama about how orc life is like and ways to talk to Bloodtooth, I guess, to somehow convince him not to go to the war, maybe, or build up a resistance group over there too. You know? I don't know. I'm just throwing shots into the dark at this point, Oliver.
Honestly, we are going to desperately need some more minds from basically all sides if we're going to even have a chance of figuring out how to end this.
Considering we would have I even wanted to play with the thought of just finding the bard band we talked to a while ago and seeing if they could like shoot a message to everyone.
Does
Be
seem
like,
like
hey, if you want to make a resistance group against the war, or if you don't want to be part of the war or whatever, something like that. Meet at Greytown or something. Just a good middle spot so we can talk and plan out how to go about this.
we can always try it out. Last time we saw them, they did say that they were heading towards the Dwarven land. Doubt that they're still there, but it could be a good starting point to start looking.
I mean, true. But I just don't know where to go about at this point, because we can linger here to gather more information till you get the cure done, and then be on our way and see where the wind takes us at that point. But nonetheless, we technically have 4 months. So, and it only takes like a day and a half, maybe 3 days to get to Cataclysm. Unless we have Mrs. Claus help us.
Well, either way, it sounds like we're going to need our assistance to get out of the town either way.
That is true. And we also have to fake your death.
I mean,
I'll
already
miss you
had the
so
discussion.
much, Ollie.
We already had the discussion about that.
Nah, I'm sure.
This boy.
I'll be sure to name a orphan after you when I adopt one after the war.
What?
Oh, it's changed. No?
No.
Oh
this
wait,
is
never
the
mind.
same.
My screen's just wonky. Nope, it's fine. Just makes it a different color. Never mind. Ignore me. But yeah, it should. Supposedly the war is mostly just focused on the orcs and elves. So we shouldn't need to get anyone else's attention to stop it. But we should let others know, maybe, that, oh hey, let's not have this happen. We want people to have homes to return to and families not to be torn apart. So,
Honestly, I think the folks in the center of the continent are probably the ones in most danger at this point.
yeah, because we need to talk to the Greytown folk that have been there the longest and right next to where it happens.
And even outside of that.
And
Sorry, carry on.
yeah, because I'm sure you're good. Because what flies faster than us moving is rumors. So we have to get a hold of those rumors to be like, hey, don't go to the war or whatever.
Whilst
Or
we're
something.
traveling, could we possibly make a stop at Circadia?
Possibly. I'm guessing you have work there?
In a fashion, yes.
Does it involve the war?
Yes.
I'm gonna insight check her.
If you got
Is
work
it-
from all the way down there,
Is
what
it
are you
going
doing
to
up
help
here?
us? True, what are you doing up here?
What am I doing up here?
If you have work in Circadia, why are you all the way up here? That's a pretty long distance to be instead of where you're supposed to be.
I'm traveling over there on the way. Started here and I plan to go to Circadia for something small, you know. I have a plan.
Does it make the war worse or better?
No. It
What-
shouldn't do it much, but I believe that it should make it better, yes.
To end or to cause more casualties?
It's a
To
fair
end,
question.
probably. I've already told you, I am very anti-war.
Well, at the very least, we can agree on that front.
I was about to ask. You can tell, yeah,
Same
that's
amount I
the
rolled
honest
last time.
truth. That's the honest truth. She is very against war specifically.
I really hate these rolls so much because I'm calling BS so hard, but I can't.
Yeah, she's very against war specifically. Yeah.
So you're against the war. Is it more in your favor or someone else's favor?
The war?
Yes, the war.
The war is
Is it bad for your job or your
Yes.
mission if people die?
yes. If people die, it will be terribly inconvenient and also tragic. Horribly tragic.
Oh, so sad. Anyway.
I was gonna say, it's just like, I'm a little bit concerned that that's the first thing that crosses your mind. Can I drop the insight now?
You are more than welcome to.
Do it, please. I'm trying to like get my words enough for that slip up.
Oh,
Yes,
dang!
Ollie!
That's
Jesus
right.
Christ. Okay, I'll let you determine how that goes.
Um, you can tell that Averin doesn't exactly feel very much remorse towards the war. She does believe that it is terribly inconvenient, but she's not exactly for the whole tragic thing. She doesn't exactly get. It's not like in a sadistic manner where she enjoys it, the deaths and stuffs, but she doesn't particularly care. But she's trying to convince you that she does.
He's just gonna give you a look of slight disbelief. Kind of like a I know sort of look in his eye. Before her turning his head back to the concoctions he's mixing.
I love that.
A doctor never catches a patient. A doctor
I'm
never
sorry.
fails to catch a lying patient. Shut
There
up.
you go.
It's been a long week. I don't need your sass. Be lucky you're at a safe distance.
I
But
mean, we're
yeah.
on like opposite sides of a small room.
No, this was the sin.
Oh, okay.
This was above game. That was a.
But yeah, so yeah, she seems to be telling the truth that Circadia is for her job. So against her. Kind of reminds me of when Rowena first met Oliver.
Except
No.
nobody is throwing death threats at her.
It's true. No one has decided to try stabbing Averin yet.
Yet.
Ellie doesn't stab people. She uses her words. She has her
Ah.
man to stab people.
I mean, he
There's
does
gotta
do
be a
that quite
balance.
effectively. So
Yeah, he's told me his ways. He cuts off tongues and such.
yeah,
Ellie doesn't do that. She has her words.
everyone
her
loves
drinks.
some tongue cutting at some point or another.
Ah,
He silences them.
Anyways,
She
yeah.
just verbally. Anyway. So we can try to gather some more information from the Resistance, from Tommy maybe, or around the Citadel, of what's going on and how the war is looking from here. Till the cure is done. And then we can go to Mrs. Claus to go to, I guess, Circadia for a split moment, and then come back
That's all I need.
to go to Cataclysm. But only for a split moment, and you always have the watch of the team. Because we do not split up.
what?
So
the
untrustworthy.
coming
Fair,
war.
I suppose.
Chaos out on the road. Oh, I think splitting up's basically suicide.
Yes, it is.
To be fair, you did split up from the party inside of the citadel. Or inside of the slums.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
I
what
did.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
So, we do not separate. This is my little found family group. We are a group. We work together. We're trying to end this war. We'll make a quick stop for that mission. And better not tamper with this war. Because we're trying to end the war. Because
Should
that
be
way
fine.
it's over and dealt with, and then we can return to our happy little spots, and we can all just live at Mercy, and you can go back to whatever you were doing before.
Of course.
Goodness, my Dolores is showing. I'm sorry. Anyway. So that's the plan. Gather up information best we can till the cure is done. Because by that point, we'll have to disappear.
From this area, anyway.
Because that's. Dad will not be too pleased to find out that there's a cure.
What was that, Oliver?
So.
From this area of the island, anyway.
Yeah, at least from the Citadel. Because to our knowledge, the disease is only at the Citadel at the moment. So we just at least have to be out of the Citadel once the cure is done and is passed to those who are sick. Because as soon as Dad... as soon as he finds out, he's going to go hunting for a tiefling. And I don't think I want to meet Dad that way. Not that I really care for him. I haven't heard anything good about him, so yeah.
If
I
it
don't
helps,
want to go toe to toe.
you
being
wouldn't
like,
be
hey,
meeting.
hi, I'm your.
You wouldn't be meeting the dad when he comes for the tiefling. Oliver would be meeting the dad when he comes for the tiefling.
Well, I would be around, likely. I'd be somewhere close. I don't
He
want to
has
go
a
toe to
bow.
toe with Dad with a fry pan. Yeah, and I have a fry pan. It's like, hey, I am your daughter.
I am your god.
The one you tossed the one you tossed out.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So
Yeah. So, is that y'all's plan so far?
I mean, I can't say I have a better idea.
Cool. Well, most likely, based on your tests so far, Oliver, it would take probably another week until you can get all the stuff ready in order to make sure that your stuff is not going to murder the first human you experiment on.
Oh, I'm probably going to use myself as the first quote unquote human and test subject.
while Oliver is doing all of that during the week, I would be helping him off and on.
Okay, yeah, you guys get about a week of
What
downtime, which y'all can do pretty much anything you guys want at the moment. We're just gonna go through like small aspects that you guys be doing, or if it needs to, we'll have a roll for it. But yeah, so Averin, you know you have about a week-ish, maybe a little bit longer, till you're able to leave the Citadel. Is there anything specific that you would be doing?
Is there anything specific?
You could research some things. You could take a joyride down into the depths if you want to. Talk to whoever you need to. Try to find Ezekiel and have him teach you necromancy. You
know. Let's see. What would Averin want? Let's see. I think Averin's main goal is to like do the job thing, figure out better ways to scam people and some such. I don't think she's terribly worried about like her getting found out for whatever ulterior motives she might have. She's very confident in her abilities to sneak and some such. But she might talk to Tommy a bit about like the team being close and watching and see if that poses any specific like difficulties or inconvenience.
Hmm. Probably in that discussion, he probably would have told you, probably off and on, every now and again, their presence isn't that bad. You just need to establish a connection between Circadia and the Citadel, or the slums specifically. So you just need to find the person who runs the um, gambling ring in Circadia, as they're connected to both the Gnome Stepping Stone and the Goblin's Shrine? Spire. The Goblin Spire, pretty much the full circle, and then convince them to accept Circadia, or sorry, to accept the
Excuse you?
slums into Circadia.
Excuse you.
As
We're going to be
essentially,
talking later.
the mission that he's giving you is just do that. Whether your party is there to recognize, to find out, to understand, or anything like that means nothing to him. Yeah. He has no interest in what the other party does, as long as able to complete your mission for him. Because,
Okay.
you interrupted his drug trade, so.
Yeah.
We
Uh,
haven't figured out who caused the circuit, have we?
Nope.
Alright, so I just gotta find the guy who runs the gambling ring, and what am I? So
You want to convince them that the slums is a good partner to have in their gambling ring.
she's just like, so what, do I hand him a business card?
You can do whatever you so wish. Send them here. We're sending you as our diplomat. We're relying on you
Yeah.
to be a diplomat. Lie, cheat, steal, fling yourself out a window, whatever seals the deal.
My specialty.
Aye.
Yeah. Alright, okay.
Best of luck. Yes, that's pretty much your goal for that. And I assume that's pretty much all you do is you just kind of stick around in the bar, watch people, passively talk to them.
Yeah. Observation, some such. See if I
Yeah.
can, I don't know, pickpocket anyone?
Roll me a 1d20. Actually, no, roll me a sleight of hand.
Alright, sleight of hands. It's one of my favorite things.
I know, right? That is a 14. Roll me stealth with advantage.
Okay.
That is a 23. That makes up for it. We're going to go ahead and give you about 2 gold for the entirety of your time pickpocketing people for this week. You also do notice that there's a lot of different types of people that walk in. You've seen most of the regular, most common races that you guys can find. Elves come down there, though very, very few of them. Half-elves are very common. Humans are common. 1 or 2 gnomes that you've seen pass through in that week, but it's a very, very, very rare occurrence, even less than the elves. You've also seen orcs. Those are somewhat more common. Couple of goblins have wandered through as well. And at one point, you saw a minotaur. You never saw him again. Just kind of came in, got a drink, and left. And it was a very odd interaction. Ellie, what do you do for this week?
Likely just likely just jumping in between helping Oliver with whatever he's doing and talking to Tommy about just another person to jump ideas from and like what are his thoughts about the mess of things, or also just talk about bar life because she misses her bar. So,
Yeah. Talking about the bar life is quite a blast to the past, as it's just bar. In fact, at one point he lets you go behind the bar and just serve some drinks. And let's see, does anyone get horribly injured while you
Perception check?
are behind the bar? Someone gets injured. Roll me a perception check.
is it because of the mysterious he takes so long behind there?
No. Someone just legitimately gets into a bar fight, grabs the stool, and then slaps the other person upside the head with the bar
Okay,
stool.
so medicine check too.
Well, that's for you to make sure that you actually saw, processed, and were able
Okay.
to interact with, because you're behind the bar taking lessons from him. Feel free to roll me a medicine check to see whether or not this man is okay with a bar stool to the head. He is going to be fine.
Yeah. It's okay. It'll just be a goose egg.
Dirty
another
20,
shot.
it'll be
It'll
okay.
make you feel better.
God. Shot of courage! Shot of courage to the forehead!
It's okay.
You'll be alive!
Here's
It burns a little
courage.
bit.
Here's audacity. Here's stubbornness, and a healthy dose of you're okay.
Lots of pain. This entire time, Avrin, you've been seeing her be a very competent bartender and apparently a very competent medic, too.
Fascinating.
Yeah, between Tommy and Ollie, I'm just learning all sorts of stuff, trying to get info.
So, Bill, my feathered friend, my drunken fellow, how doth thou fare for a week straight?
So you do realize you gave him items that allow him to squeeze through 1-inch holes, right?
Damn straight.
Yeah, he'd just be going exploring both sides of the kingdom.
Oh, God.
No one's gonna question a random bird person, and if anyone does,
love
hello, cast invisibility. And if they could see through it, well,
Please go steal
good.
the bow.
I can't promise anything. I can only say that Bill would likely have sticky fingers.
God.
Oh yeah. No, I know
So-
you'd have sticky fingers, so I don't know what you'd end up with.
Good
don't
lord.
know.
So you managed to go all the way up to
Nothing
the
of Rowena's.
proper layer of the Citadel. What are you specifically trying to do, or is it just like where the wind takes you?
Bill is a 7 intelligence character. And it's a shiny place. He would be all over the Smeggin place. He would literally just be wandering about. He'd probably wander into multiple shops,
Mm-hmm.
attempt to talk to people. When they inevitably try to kick him out, wander off to the next place, so forth and so forth. Probably end up in some random person's house eating their dinner.
God.
Jumping out a window more likely than not. Randomly continue wandering around. End up in another person's house, probably stealing their gold in the process.
You know what? I'm betting that he met Mom.
You know what?
Um.
Let your imagination run wild with what happens to Bill for a week of unsupervised movement. Because no one can keep up with him because he can make himself amorphous.
Good
And you
lord.
gave me an inch to work with.
I love it. Roll me a 1d20 real quick.
An inch can't get you too far, but you work with what you got.
God damn.
I love it.
Jesus H. Christ on Pike. Okay, so
Where's
Holy
that bike
shit.
going?
So you we're going to do this.
He doesn't. The castle. He's just the queen's randomly doing something, and all she hears is "sup."
Good God. So you wander into a shop at one point during your myriad of troubling terrors that you've done in the last couple of days. You wander into a store. This store has an incredible quantity of trinkets. You're not really sure what most of them are. Most are behind several layers of glass or other very difficult to enter stuff. And you see this female elf who is sitting behind the desk. And as you walk in, she like looks at you and she's like, "Ooh, you're interesting. Welcome to my shop."
Hello.
I don't have a name for the shop. We're going to call it
Serenity's
Uh,
trinkets.
there we go. Welcome to Serenity's Trinkets, where we sell
That is
and
not the
buy all
name I
sorts of
said.
items. I thought it was Serenity's Trinkets.
It's fine, that works.
Was that not the name you said?
Serenity.
Oh, Serenity. I like Serenity
Serenity.
more.
TH. Serenity.
Serenity's
Anyway.
Trinkets, where we buy and sell all kinds of items to those who are wandering, those who are lost, those who are found, and those who won't be.
You don't want me to stab somebody, do you?
If it's not in my shop, I do not care.
Okay.
I collect all kinds of items. Do you have something for me to use?
I mean, I got this random bit of cloth.
Ooh, fancy.
It is very fancy. It's very silken.
That is not material I recognize, actually. Ooh. Do you mind if I take a closer look, my fine fellowed friend?
Well, given that you haven't insulted me yet, sure. You'd be surprised how many people just call me a bird.
You seem like a fine person to hang around with. She gently grabs the cloth and like stretches out a little bit, looks over it. Ooh, this is a material I have never seen. And I have seen lots of materials, my friend. I have traveled and traded with leather, with cloth, with silk, and all kinds. And this cloth, this is a very different material. Where did you get it, my good sir?
Off a lady who is trying to end whatever the heck Christmas is.
You are a traveler, then, an adventurer.
An adventure what?
One who goes on great journeys and finds all kinds of items and trinkets, and they typically trade them and trade them for money or for drinks or for favors or for friends. Does that sound like you, my fine fellow friend?
You know, a week or two ago I would say no. I'm pretty sure that's actually kind of accurate now.
Ah. Well, my shop travels around, near, far, wherever you are. If you are lost inside Serendy's trinkets, you can be found. Through any door, any hallway, any room, any space. You could find me if your heart so desires. She gently hands you back the cloth. If you ever seek to sell, if you ever seek to get, always seek for me, and you will find, and you shall receive.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Which way's the castle?
The castle. Well, if you go further and further up, you will eventually find it.
Neat. Oh, Bill
Yes.
pulls it around. Can you mark this place on this? Just a random piece of paper. This place has a lot of shiny things I want to look at later.
She looks at the paper and just kind of places a dot in the middle of the paper.
Neat.
Follow the dot, and you will find trinkets galore in your mind.
Cool. You don't have anything magical in here, do you?
Everything in here is magical. They're also incredibly expensive unless you trade.
No, I'm good.
It was good to meet you, my fine feathered friend. What is your name, if I may ask?
I'm called Bill.
It was good to meet you, Bill. My name is Serenity. I am Eternity.
Serenity, eternity.
Indeed.
Well, at least you're not fertility. She's scary.
She starts to give a well-hearted chuckle at that.
Well, at least somebody finally laughed. Most of the people around here don't get that.
A
You
bit of
seem
my
to
burrito
be
just went into my nose.
fucking killing people out here.
Look, Bill's a jokester. I have to pay. I have to pay. I have to play the game. Apparently, I also have to pay him. Probably in
God.
brain cells, but you know what? It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Fair enough. But you see all kinds of trinkets up here, and she seems to be a very she's a very skinny build. She's probably around she does look like an elf, by the way, but she does look to be around probably 5'3". So for an elf, she's very short. And she's actually closer to your height than most of the people you've seen. But she is quite skinny and is wearing a flowing cape. The cape itself is made of random purples and pinks and various colors that vaguely make your eyes kind of wander when you look at. And the rest of her clothes is like the top part is like a tuxedo almost made of purples and kind of starry colors, and the bottom is like a lovely skirt dress thing that kind of flows with her. You can't really pinpoint what color it is or anything about it. You could just tell that is definitely a skirt.
Well, your clothing's very pretty, at least.
Why, thank you. I tried so very hard. I got this entire set off of a adventurer who decided to sell me it while I gave him a sword to conquer the world. I haven't seen him since, but I do not keep track of those who come and go, only those who come and stay.
Well,
I really wish I was there. I'm a very angry note taker right now.
well,
Mhm.
This place is actually kind of peaceful. It's weird. The spirits aren't all that. What's the word?
Active?
I was gonna say angry. They seem at peace. It's weird. Most of this place has just been kind of just angry all over, but this place is calm.
This place is a place where travelers go to sell that which means something to them or that which they have gained. Stuff that they paid respects to and wish to pass it on for those in the future. It's why this is a bargaining shop. You either pay with the efforts that you have received, which is the money that you have earned, or you trade that which you like for that which you want. The spirits here must be calm because they know that everything in here is well respected and loved, and it would be passed to those who love it still.
Question, what could I get for a song?
For a song, ooh, I have not had a song singer for so very, very long. I think for you, my fine and feathered friend, if you sang me a song, I would give you... Do you like instruments?
I travel with a bagpipe.
If you give me a song, I shall give you... She pulls out a, what seems to be a small metal piece. An accompaniment to your bagpipes. This will make your bagpipes even stronger and can be heard from far across the land. It will be heard not just in their ears, but also in their minds. It will sing them songs of joy and happiness, sadness, honest and truth, or harsh lies. It is up to you how you play it, and it's up to you how you sing it.
Neat.
Indeed. So I assume you sing her a song?
What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Hang him up by his toes and wait for him to come to, and wait for the world to come to an end.
She just starts giggling at you. A fine song, my friend. A fine song indeed. She hands you the accompaniment to the piece. It does seem to fit onto one of the male pipes of the the bagpipe quite well. Now you may sing your song far and wide and enthrall those who may or may not be interested in you. Best of luck, my
Well,
fine feathered friend.
I may not have thought this through. Hey, do me a favor. As he like hands her the bagpipes. Play it.
She simply starts to play it, and she plays a really nice tune. It does literally nothing to it. You can hear it in your brain as well as your ears. It's like double playing almost, but it's like it makes it clearer and easier sound no matter like where she starts turning. She even starts like moving the bagpipes around, and like your ears are kind of capturing different pieces of it, but your brain itself, it's hearing all the bagpipes and all the different little bits and pieces as if you were standing directly in front of her all times.
And Bill starts to mimic the sound completely.
She plays a jaunty tune with you for like an hour straight, just having fun and enjoying yourselves.
That was nice.
Eventually, she hands you the bagpipes back.
Yay!
You are a fun friend. A Kenku of remarkable proportions.
Hey, you're the first person who I haven't had to say I'm a Kenku to. You really are well traveled.
Indeed. And you are the first Kenku I have seen on these lands. It is very impressive to meet one of your kind once again.
Well, I think that's nice. I haven't met another Kenku in a long time.
Maybe one day you shall.
Maybe. But it'll probably be a while from now. Oh, right. I was gonna head to the castle. I kind of just saw the shop on the way there. You have a wonderful time.
Have a wonderful day, my Kenku friend. May your journey be ever filled with happiness and song.
I'm gonna go say hi to people. Bye-bye.
She nods as you leave.
Yeah, and Bill just takes her directions to the castle. He's gonna
You
go
just
say
go
hi to
straight
someone.
up. You do, in fact. Roll me a survival real quick. How lost can Bill get? That's the good question. Oh my god.
She gives very good directions.
Apparently, she gives you directions that are so remarkably accurate that you can, even with your intelligence, you can tell what rock she meant when you pass by it. Where are you going?
Yes. Ellie gave me the player, a very bad idea.
Oh no.
So we're gonna go see your mom.
All right, cool. You start heading up and heading up. You see military person after military person. You sometimes get noticed by them, and then you just kind of slip through a crack in the wall, and they do a double take, and you just don't exist there anymore. You see army being trained. You see someone training a bunch of what looks to be high-level soldiers with a javelin. It seems to be like he's taking on 7 of them at the exact same time, and his movements are so fluid that he's not even getting touched, and they're all using different weapons, from a bow to swords to one's using a crossbow, and he's still like hitting the bolts out of the mid-air while blocking 3 other people. It is a constant, fluid, and amazing movement that almost looks like a dance to you. Just needs background music. But you eventually make your way forwards until you get to what looks to be a very nice house. It's in the middle of the military compound, so it's a very strange house. I'm not sure if Bill would notice how strange it is, though.
I will roll an intelligence. No.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yep, that makes sense.
I don't think I've ever seen a dirty one before.
It's real hard to get them. The most amazing roll that you will ever see, though, is a 0. And
Technically,
every
for
time.
Bill, it would be a -1.
Yeah, but you come up to this house, and honestly, it's a house. It looks like a house. It's a nice house. You don't care about the surrounding area. It's a surrounding area. This is a house. This is the house you were going to go to. So you go up to the door, then I assume you just squeeze your way through the hole.
Yep, he's not thinking about, oh, this is someone's. He's just thinking, oh, this place looks neat.
No, not just as you like go through the fucking
Said
keyhole or
Goldilocks,
something.
it's black feathers.
He has no concept of privacy. He lived in the woods.
Yeah, so you eventually like just kind of squeeze through the keyhole and you just pop out. Where do you walk through first? There's a stairway upstairs. There's a what looks to be a main living room down a hallway. A couple of branching off rooms. You hear some noises around, but you can't tell exactly where from at the moment.
Is there a kitchen?
There is.
He goes
Just down
there
the hall.
first.
All right, cool. You go up, you go into the kitchen, and the first thing you notice as you turn is this very lovely looking lady, who just kind of looks at you dead in the eyes as she's holding a piece of bread and a book, and she's just like mid like chew as she just turns and looks at you.
Hi.
Oh, uh, hello. Um, who are you?
I'm Bill.
Oh, well, lovely to meet you, Bill. I assume you speak common based on the fact that you're speaking it. Well, what are you doing? Would you like some bread?
Yes.
She gestures you to come over and sit down as she hands you the bread.
Bill just saunters over, puts his bag down, and just takes a bite. So what's your name?
Oh, I forgot her name. Hold on. It's a very nice name. Valerie, I think is. Yes. My name is Valerie Ruina.
Oh. You're what's their face's parents. Parent.
She kind of like tilts her head slightly.
Sister?
Oh, you mean my children, Saravel and Eleonora?
Saravel?
Swoon.
I believe she would go by Ruina to most of you.
Oh,
She often leads with
murderous
her last
lady.
name. She does take after her father quite a bit. You must be one of
She's-
her party members.
I met them like Bill starts counting on his hands, and he like you see him stop and then restart once or twice. Two weeks ago.
Ah. Well, if we've been getting along with her, I know she's been on a journey so far, and on a mission that she sadly could not tell me about.
Yeah, I think I'm getting along. Ellie's nice.
Hmm. She seemed that
She-
way when last I met her.
She has a frying pan that she hits people with.
I know, it's so impressive, isn't it?
It's as big as I am, which isn't saying much, but it's still bigger than me.
Oh.
Sounds like a wonderful journey that you are on. Why are you here? I assumed that you would be with your teammates inside of the slums.
Well, they were busy, and I got bored,
Mhm.
and I wanted to explore.
Ah.
So I went through a crack in a wall that was about 1 inch thick and wide. And then I walked around town for a day, fell asleep on someone's roof the next day, walked around again more, ate some bread. Not this bread, a different bread. I think it's called a baguette. She was screaming at me. Avoided some guards who were chasing me because I took the baguette, which I don't understand. It's food. People need to eat, after all. Walked around, did a few other things, checked out a few houses. Someone called me a filthy little bird creature. That was very nice. Oh, met a nice lady who pointed me the direction of the castle because it was at the top of the hill and I was curious.
Ah. Well,
Oh yeah, I
it
also
sounds
saw
like
some
you have a long
people.
journey.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've been exploring. A lot
Hmm.
of elves.
Yes, that is the majority of the population up here.
They're not that perceptive. Most of them never even noticed me.
I'm not surprised by the citizens.
I'm talking about the guards.
Oh, they've been, shall we say, occupied as of late.
Yeah, I saw one of them sparring with a bunch of others and he was winning.
Ah, yes. That was going to go find his name. uh,
A nemesis
there we are. Uh,
of my daughters.
Brayreal, Brayreal Tierchorus. Brayreal Tierchorus. He is currently the second in command of the army, just under Amar, Ruina's father.
Well, when I saw him fight, Mr. BT definitely had some moves. Though I think they would be better in a salsa dance than fighting.
He learned from Ruina's father how to fight a long time ago, and has been honing his edge ever since. He is currently training the most elite of the Elven army, as you've seen likely coming up here.
Hmm. Is he a chatty type?
He is a rather quiet person. Unfortunately, he also gained a lot from Amar in that he is sooner to stab you than to have a conversation with you.
That's disappointing.
Mm.
I wanted to ask him if he knew how to do the salsa. Very few people actually know how to dance. It's kind of surprising.
I do not believe he would, unfortunately.
That's disappointing.
Well, hopefully, the area up here is of quite a bit of entertainment to you.
It's been interesting to see. Much different from small towns. Much
Indeed.
different from the line. I think it's the line. What is it called again?
Trailblade Tears?
No. Area between where light and I think the Greytown's there or something like that.
Oh, Ryotao.
Yeah, that area.
Hmm.
I don't know how you people end up doing with all the constant daylight. Kind of blinding.
It's something that you live with as a child. You guys get used to it if you were born into it. Unfortunately, it's not the easiest thing to live through.
Yeah, I made sleeping on the roof kind of awkward when someone noticed me sleeping.
Indeed. The light above, thankfully, is usually shrouded by leaves if you go far enough to the edges, but up here in the citadel, there are no clouds above, just constant sun.
That's kind of weird.
You must be
So,
new to Helios.
yeah, I I came here on a kite,
Hmm.
and then Ellie, Ruina, and the others decided that it was not a good idea for me to entertain. I don't remember why. So they drugged me with them. I mean, technically it was a kidnapping, but we'll overlook that. To uh, the slums.
Mm-hmm.
And then we met some people. And then I burned a bunch of sentient I think that's not a good thing to mention to people, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure people wouldn't like that. I had to fight a bunch of sentient mushrooms.
Hmm.
I should have just grilled them. Mushroom is very, very nice. It's tasty.
Sounds like a very difficult journey. She reaches over and hands you a small basket that's filled with different breads.
Oh, neat. Red.
It is yours to take if you wish.
Technically, Ellie, I think she likes bread.
Hmm. Um.
By the way, random question.
Mm-hmm.
What's with your husband's bow?
Isabeau that he got many, many, many years ago. We're not entirely sure why he has it. Someone gave it to him, and it caused a fight within our group a long time ago. But he usually keeps it on the mantle. She gestures to the fireplace where there is definitely hooks for bow, but obviously no bow there. He usually keeps it on the mantle, but as of probably since I think Rowena left, he's kept it by his side ever since.
Hmm. Why would
The
you put him in-
intricacies of the bow are not my knowledge. He tends to keep that stuff away from me, even though we were adventurers together.
Ah. Does he have a study?
A study. He does indeed. It's just upstairs.
Okay, thank you. So Bill just sits up and walks upstairs.
She doesn't even try to follow.
Yeah, he leaves his bag behind. He just leaves it there. He's just like, all right, cool. Walks upstairs.
As you walk upstairs, I believe I still have that picture, so hold on just a moment.
When you leave the small chaotic gremlin child to his own devices, he ends up doing random things that he thinks about. There's no consistency in his thought pattern either. It's just, I'm curious.
There we Nope, that's the wrong one. Whoops. That's the right one. Oh, it's still Servo on it. I'll put Bill in it. Bill. It's a fairly condensed area. There's a lot of notes on the desk. There's a lot of books on the corners. There's two sofas in here. His chair just behind his desk is semi-cramped, but nothing too... It's not super small. It's just there's a lot of stuff in the room.
I feel like you know what I'm going to do now.
I'm very concerned by... Are you just going to shred his room or...
No! Look in the chat. Expert duplication.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to dupe whatever's on his desk. So any documentation on his desk, I'm just making a duplicate of.
Good lord.
I absolutely love you, Bill. That is amazing.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know what you would roll for this.
The DM has been stumped. To be continued. See you guys in 2 weeks.
You forgot
You
about
okay?
this, didn't you?
I 100% forgot about this.
Yeah, Kikuts have great abilities.
I
just wanna-
guess roll sleight of hand with it advantage. I don't know. You know what? Pick one of these and give me an argument as to why it works, and then roll it with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, pick one of what?
Pick one of your skills. Because it says you have advantage on a ability check you make to produce an exact duplicate. So pick a skill that you think would apply. Give me an argument and then do it. It might even be performance, honestly, but
I mean, I performance would be a good one. But I have an argument for you, and it's your thing. I could argue deception because he's making a forged document. So it's a duplicate, but even if he's a Kenku who can duplicate things, it's still an illegitimate copy of that.
this is true. You
original
were trying to
thing.
deceive him with it, and it's also the placement of the papers too. Roll me deception with advantage.
And he's making duplicates of these with blank paper, but he's still Bill. So his handwriting may not be he's able to duplicate it, but if he tried to pass it off for say an actual thing, he would.
Absolutely. Roll me deception with advantage. I want to see this roll. Oh, that's a high roll. That's a good roll. Yeah, okay. So it probably takes you a couple hours because there's a lot of shit on his desk. But you are able to fucking mimic this shit with a goddamn masterful eye. Like your ability to memorize literally anything you read and place it down is astonishing. And you just go one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, with your own materials and stuff. And you make sure all the papers are pristinely lined up exactly how they should be as they were previously. And all of your new papers are in your hands and stuff. And you now have an exact forged document of everything that was on his desk.
Bill just stacks it up neatly, puts it underneath his arm, and just walks out the room.
Goddamn, son.
And this is what makes Kenku scary.
Oh, I love this.
He's an idiot. Bill is stupid, but he's not dumb.
Oh, I love this. So you head back downstairs, head back to the kitchen, and Valerie sees the papers under your arm, and then just kind of hands you the basket of bread.
Thank you. Don't worry, the papers are still on his desk. I just wrote everything down on new paper.
Ah,
I have
very
no
well
idea
done.
what any of this means. I just feel like Ellie should probably see it.
Very
having to
well
make-
done.
She's having to make choices that are hard. I want to be
Aye.
helpful.
The poor girl has been put into a very difficult situation, and unfortunately, those with morals often have to be faced with unfortunate circumstances, especially when it comes
Ellie
to those
needs your
they love.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that comment, we're
Yeah,
So I'm glad that you were
I
able to help.
Yeah, I don't know how legal or moral any of this is. I mean, to be fair, I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm just technically duplicating and forging. It's kind of weird.
Technically, you're taking the forged documentation, so it's not illegal at all.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So, that is probably immoral, but he is planning
Cool
on
mom
committing
is cool.
genocide, so I think it evens out.
Yeah. Random question.
Mhm.
Does he ever return here?
Every now and again.
Is there a place I can take a nap?
You could use my room.
That works. You mind if I go to sleep for a little while? I'm
Not a
very
problem.
tired.
I do not know when he will return, however, so...
Oh, that won't be a problem. Regardless if he returns or not, I'll be able to slip away.
True.
As long as I get in the nap.
Well, you have a wonderful sleep, and he never goes in my room anyways, so I will have the door closed, and as long as you don't make too much of sound, he will never notice.
Yeah. Quiet as a church mouse.
Have a good rest, my little friend.
You too.
Forgot how sneaky and cool mom is.
She was a
for-
rogue.
Yeah. Thank you for the bread, by the way. Don't worry, I won't eat it. This is Ellie's. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. As Bill just randomly fumbles into his bag and pulls out a thing and just writes in pen or whatever he can, just the word Ellie and slaps it on the side of the thing. So I remember.
I love Bill. Oh, that's great. So you head into your room to rest. Oliver, I assume you spend the week making sure that the cure is being finalized and testing yourself with it and so on.
And I'm going to be upgrading the battle pan. I'm relinking to the effects of radiant weapon.
Okie
That's
dokie.
what I'm replacing her enchanted weapon with.
For the viewers, the magic weapon grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. While holding it, the wielder can take a bonus action to cause it to shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. They can also extinguish the light as a bonus action. The weapon has 4 charges as a reaction after immediately immediately after being hit by an attack, the widow can expend one charge and cause the attacker to be blinded until the end of the attacker's next turn, unless the attacker succeeds on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC. The weapon regains 1d4 expanded charges daily at dawn. Cool. So you are able to do that fairly effectively and quickly. Probably takes up about 1 day, or more or less like one long rest.
Technically, I can make an infusion I can technically make an infusion once a night.
Mhm.
And I should probably edit this to actually include the spell save DC in this one, considering it sounds like it uses mine, and that would be a 15.
Nice. But is there anything else you like to do while keeping an eye on the cure for the rest of the rest of the week, or is it just you put all of your focus and dedication into making this cure functional?
I mean, if I find myself with free time, it could be an interesting time to go and gather up like baking supplies or something like that.
Oh, nice. Roll me real quick a survival. That's good. You are, in
bad.
fact, able to find baking supplies. They're not the best baking supplies. I mean, some of them are like pans that are really dinged up. Some are like specific spots of sugar in like tiny bags and stuff. Most of it looks to be fairly good material, to say the least. And it looks like it'll be pretty good as a start to your baking experience.
Perfect.
Nice. All right. Well, with that, we're going to end this episode. And then next episode, you guys, from the sounds of it, we're going to travel to the dwarves, I think.
I mean,
Or
it's an option.
Circadia. Or Big Mama. You guys have a couple
Circadia.
options. Circadia? Okay.
Either way.
So it sounds like you guys
Yes.
will travel Circadia next week, which means that for the first time since Bill's episode, which wasn't recorded, you guys will actually get to explore what in the Saint hell is Circadia. Why is it so talked about, and why is it so important as a port town? And you guys will also get
figure out what's in those documents.
Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what the fuck was on his desk. It's gonna be a fun ride, ladies and gentlemen. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, feel free to hit that follow button. Go to our Tables of Taurus in order to find our previous episodes of this series, or Vods of Valhalla if you guys want to see the random videos that we do, like Monster Hunter, or Borderlands 3, or West of Loathing, or other fun games like that. We're going to be trying to produce as much good content for you guys as possible, as well as writing some books that I'm going to be making. If you guys want to see all that content, go follow our Patreon. You guys are welcome to see it however you guys wish to, and if you guys want to keep up to date as much as possible, go follow our Discord, where we post our events as often as we can. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see all of you fine folks in 2 weeks as we continue Shifting Fates. Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Pharisee.